Bill.
Oh, garbled.
No, it wasn't Kill Bill, but this is the Redeye Stream number 140. It's Friday the 13th. We're just hanging out. We'll probably go through quite a few topics. Who knows?
Remind people to subscribe and things. You always forget. You know, comments, subscriptions. You never remember.
Talking about
oh shit!
Talking about subscriptions, I did.
Well, no. Actually, I forgot to mute the actual hangout, so I couldn't hear myself think over myself talking. So that was some technical difficulties. But yeah, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you haven't. And I do apologize for the kids playing in the other room. You're going to hear them screaming. I don't know. Maybe a black cat crossed their path. Anyway, how are you guys doing tonight?
Yeah, boy.
I have a black cat.
I have a black and white cat. No, I'm not Postman Pat before you say anything, Cabbage.
I never said I wouldn't have even thought about that. It was beneath me.
I'm going to go ahead and shill this a little bit.
I have a fellow dragonkin here. Yay!
I'm a Dargan.
Fair enough.
Please.
You say tomato, I say
he's all-
tomato.
You're worse than furries.
We're scalies.
No, that's great. That's
I'm-
great. One of us. I'm not one of you. That's what I just heard right there.
Infinite
I'm
intersectionality.
Yeah.
I dress up and I dress up in
delusional
fursuits, get
worthlessness.
drunk, and I dress up in fursuits, get drunk, and then entertain people.
How do you like?
Well, but do you actually entertain them, or are they just looking at you and just thinking? I mean, what do we do with this autistic? Where we have to kind of praise.
To
him
be fair, I've been scaly for a while. It was a T-Rex.
It's kind of a mixed bag. It's kind of a mixed bag.
They feel
Cabbage,
bad
you
about
are roboting badly.
getting just sympathy is what you get.
You are roboting badly, Cabbage.
Okay, gatto, Mr. Roboto.
You're confusing sympathy with,
Confucius
affirmation.
Cabbage says.
Yeah, you're confusing it. Affirmation.
Man who stands on toilet is high on pot.
Man who sticks penis in peanut butter is fucking nuts.
Yes.
I thought they had a dog.
Swinging chain means warm toilet seat.
And somebody who dresses up for a living and prances around in a furry
I doubt he
suit
really dresses up in a furry
just
suit for a living.
fucked
I mean,
up.
who's going to hire that guy for their children's parties? I sure as hell ain't.
Well, I don't know. Hey, people hire clowns and they freak the shit out of me.
They don't freak the shit out of me.
I hate clowns.
I
Never like them.
don't have a clownophobia.
Well, I do. Well, I don't have a phobia about them. I just think they're fucking weird.
Do you know why they do? Do you know, Cabbage, do you know why they freak the shit out of you? Because you're a bit more sensitive to the phenomenon known as uncanny valley than most people are. That's why clowns freak the shit out of some people. Because they trigger the uncanny valley response.
Well, it's there's just something. Well, it's the mask, isn't it? You actually get the same thing with masks. Yeah, because it's just, it's just freaky. But then again, I mean, it's a pretty good idea. I mean, look what happens when you get,
persistent and irrational fear of clowns. It is possibility originates from Greek kolon, meaning stilt walkers, often used by clowns.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be an irrational fear if you met, fucking Dharma, would it? That would be a very rational fear.
Well, I don't have a fear of clowns, and I constantly fight one.
That is a fair point. It would be hard to be scared of clowns and be the Batman. I can imagine that going very bad.
No. You see, what it is he's afraid of clowns, so he just beats the ever-living shit out of the Joker, and that's how he really alleviates his phobia.
I'm really not afraid. Now turning Chinese. Afraid of clowns.
Yeah. I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese.
That song is offensive now. How dare you sing that offensive song on my show?
You want to hear a more offensive version of that one?
Oh God, Party's here.
I think he's driving. I think he's driving like a nip. I think he's driving like a nip. I
really think so.
I'm better than you.
He's really crashed now.
Doesn't exist. Australia is fake.
Yep. I'm a government-paid shill. That's right.
That's true. Well, it's a flat earth, so you don't exist because
How many years of training many years of training do you need for that accent?
Well, see, I'm not really sure. This all was just happened upon it. Now I don't even realise who I'm being paid by. Is it the Queen, the British government, or CIA, the NSA? Because all the truthers say I'm a government-paid shill for the Yanks.
It's the New World Order, mate. It's always the New World Order.
And
so it's a lizard reptilians, is it?
Yeah, they all chip into a pot, you see, and you get paid from that.
All your
ABC
Australian accent
agencies.
it's a Cockney accent, slightly modified. That's all it is.
No, it's actually we're South African. Actually, we're actually South African. We just like it's easier to do the Australian.
Don't tell everybody you'll blow your cover.
Oh, you see, so what? So what you're saying is like the Australians are the fake South Africans, like Italians are the fake Jews.
That's where all those VPN.
Yeah, and we just send everyone to New Zealand.
Yeah, I see.
Well,
what about Tasmania then? What happens with them?
A little tiny thing that looks like a perfectly shaven pussy. Little tiny island looks like that with fucking inbred cunts. Yeah, right. That's believable.
Yeah, but it exists.
Hey, Garbage. You said Italians. You know what an Italian is, don't you? It's just an aggressive Greek.
Well, it's a fake Jew. It is fake Jews. I mean, that's what it is. They're all Jews. They just don't want to admit it.
Wait, okay, isn't fucking Rome in Italy? Isn't Vatican City in Rome?
Yep.
Aren't they Catholics?
Well, yeah, right. Exactly.
Well, the Vatican's its own entity.
Yes, but it's it's surrounded by Rome. I mean, it can't necessarily.
Jesuits, mate. Jesuits.
You're right. Vatican City's in Rome.
It was created by Jews. We all know that.
I said glass the juice. I said glass of juice.
Yeah, you know, he was terrible at giving directions. He was saying, take the third right.
You see, this is what, I mean, imagine what would happen if you had a leader with a speech impediment. You could cause no end of problems, couldn't you? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know what episode you got. I know what Top Gear episode you got that third right thing from.
Thank you for noticing.
I did not say march on Poland. I said, wouldn't it be nice to see march in Poland?
Oh my God! Nobody else usually gets that reference, but awesome.
Oh, it was Jeremy Clarkson, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's who should be the Prime Minister.
Well, no, so what was up with all the German footballer fans fucking clogging up the streets and damn near rioting during the World Cup?
It's tradition.
That was a little weird.
It's tradition.
Yeah.
It's quite a tradition for each team.
Actually, Mad, what happened was somebody thought they saw Merkel.
Well, no, I'm just wondering, are they just so angry?
It was like the releasing of the Bulls.
Well, no, you guys are always rioting at soccer games. Are you just so mad at yourselves for liking a girl sport? I really don't get it.
There are football fans, and then you get people who go to the matches who aren't interested in football. They're just there to beat each other up.
No, see, MD, it's basically like if the Dodgers got to the NLCS finals and they lost.
Yeah, like, that's going to happen.
Look, it
happens every year. Fuck off.
Have you not learned yet? It's either football or World War III, right? The Germans are not very stable people. We try to use sports as a way.
Yeah. The last time the Germans were in the World Cup final.
I actually think that the German leader now is doing a bit of a long game against
Merkel.
Yes.
She
should be in an asylum. She's fucking committing political suicide. And just look at the hideous creature. I mean, she looks like she should be living under a bridge.
Just look at the hideous creature.
Nasty.
That didn't work for the opponent for Churchill.
Have you not noticed?
Yeah, but he did. Yeah, but the difference was at least he had some kind of character in his eyes.
Have you not noticed
there was nothing good
Angela Merkel, Hillary Clinton, and that fucking horror from Scotland.
Now you can have Julie again.
Oh, yes.
They all look alike.
Yeah, exactly. Sturgeon as well. Think about that. It's just a fucking damn fish. I mean, it's like a dead fish eyes. And that's what she has. They're
all ugly.
God damn. Being fucking brutal over here.
That's fucking true, though.
We covered it yesterday, right? She's East German, and she was a part of the KGB, right?
Something
That's
like that.
right. She used to work with the security services, anyway.
Stasi, wasn't she?
Mm. Oh yeah, she's a nasty piece of work, that one. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely bringing, neo-Marxism, and I mean, well, clearly she is. I mean,
I can see her taking some of these kneecaps.
I can see her. I can see her, strapping on a dildo. I mean, and that disturbs me. The idea that I can actually think.
Well, she was a fucking.
Wait, hey, Cabbage. Let's face it. She had so little knowledge of sex. If she strapped a dildo on, she'd probably put it around her forehead.
Hey, Batman! I went ahead and gave you a wrench.
Good, because she doesn't understand what giving head is.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought Merkel was a fucking Lizzo.
Oh,
well, Merkel doesn't have any
is that like a lizard person? I agree. She is a lizard person. Her
Hey, look,
and Hillary are probably from the same pod.
Yeah, can you please
Lizzo,
can you please stop using that word when you're talking about Merkel?
What woman?
What?
No, person.
Entity. Just don't call her an entity.
She's an overweight old age golem.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, look at everyone goes on about how women, if women were in charge, everything would be great. We got all of our social security, all of I mean, every single government office.
Feminist asked that question: what would the world be like if women had been in charge from the start?
Yeah.
And she turned around and says, "We'd still be living in mud huts."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at it, right? And you got Merkel. I mean, the thing is as well, if you look at all of the leaders, I think Sturgeon. She hasn't got any kids. Theresa May's got no kids. Angela Merkel's got no kids. I mean, they don't give a shit. They've got no, no commitment to the future, right?
The thing is, when you get a woman who's got what it takes to be a leader, I mean, we've seen this through history. They make very effective leaders. Look at Queen Elizabeth I,
Thatcher,
Cleopatra.
Yeah, but
you have to swear there, Aussie bastard.
Elizabeth I wasn't a virgin queen. She was just barren. I mean, she just couldn't reproduce. No. That's more real. No, it wasn't the fact that she wasn't getting fucked. I'm sure she got fucked. She was a virgin several times.
So she said she had the heart of a man.
Yeah, of course. Well, no, that was Shakespeare. That has absolutely fuck all to do. She never said that. That was Shakespeare.
No, she did. She said she had the heart and stomach of a man. But you didn't let me finish the quote. She said, "I have the heart and stomach of a man, nailed to my bedroom wall."
That's a little weird. No, okay, so
yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Now,
sure it's only good in your head.
There's a correlation to the women leaders. They don't actually become world leaders usually, unless it's a monarchy, until they're already through menopause and already, there's no. You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Is there a correlation between that, or is that just because even men don't become leaders until they're old? I mean, really?
No, I mean that's part of it. Yeah, but that's part of the process, right? I mean, when
it comes to monarchy, they're trained from childhood to lead.
Yeah, I know how we can explain Julia Gillard. That was just everyone thinking with their dick, because no one ever voted for her. She was appointed twice, and it was only because of the novelty of having a female prime minister.
Do you know shame an Australian? 2 words.
She probably isn't.
2 words to shame an Australian. Clementine Ford.
Yeah, fucking nervous poos. Fucking Jesus. Oh no, Sarah Hanson Young.
You know one word which will make an Australian proud?
What?
Daring.
Actually, I get the impression if I ever met that guy, he'd be an asshole.
Real quick though, don't get me wrong. I don't think women can't be great leaders. I was just asking, is there a reason why they don't necessarily achieve real leadership roles until after their hormones go through a flux?
But nobody does, mate. Well, show me a prime minister.
JFK. JFK, if he was a woman, would have still
William Pitt, or maybe.
But
Pitt the younger.
There are strong women leaders throughout the ages. Look at Cleopatra.
Yeah, but there are. There are very few people.
interesting.
Yes, but the thing is that most people are creating their families, especially back then when it was a case of, you know, you try and do them, you try and have kids at the time when you are most capable of childbearing.
Really, I'm talking about prime ministers.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Mad Dodge. That's what I'm talking about. You can talk about it, yeah, and you can be pregnant while you're running for president, right? But you're not going to be as effective, and it's not going to work out too well.
Yeah,
because when you have that child,
nobody would want
what is going to happen?
A pregnant woman that would be in leadership. They would be like, "I will nuke your shit right now, little brown man. Don't
because you didn't tell me I'm pretty."
Well, it is explained in the beginning of Idiocracy, where they explain that professional couples wait until late to have kids and all this kind of stuff because they're too busy working. You'll find that women in politics, just like with the blokes, they spend years and years and years getting to where they're supposed to be, and that's really the reason why they're all fucking old and decrepit and barren by the time they get into power. Gillard was supposed to be still childbearing age, but we were all thinking she was a fucking lezo because she didn't have a husband.
Right, there's another.
But like I said, if you look at the female leaders around the world, they're all barren. I mean, not one of them has produced any children. They have no commitment to the future. I mean, these are people, and yet we say, well, the women will, you know, take us into the grand future, but they're all actually fucking destroying everything around us. You know, look at, you know, Sweden and Norway.
I've been trying to get this point in. There's an interesting fact about what happens to people when they get into positions of high political office. It doubles in men. It doubles the testosterone production. In women, they start producing testosterone levels equivalent to your average man.
Well, no, and that's what I was alluding to. I wasn't trying to be sexist. I was alluding to the power, the idea of the will to dominate actually catches hold at that point, even in women. And men have the will to dominate pretty much from puberty on.
Yep, as you can tell by this conversation.
I personally think it would be worse if the female leader actually had kids, because in general I find that most people in society around here seem to think just because they've had kids just means that they absolutely know everything and they're on a fucking high horse. When in fact you actually do know that they're just feeling their way through it and they've got less of a clue than what you do.
Yes, but only women think that, right? The fathers don't think that. Right, the fathers don't think that, right? Fathers understand that they've just been part of a biological process. You know, it's not like they try and claim some, you know, massive achievement.
And especially when they come out and they go, "I'm a single mum," as if to say, "Yeah, that's something you should brag about." No, you're a dirty bitch that can't keep a husband.
It seems it's only the modern woman that thinks that about being a parent. Because that's something. Both my mother and my father told me, a bit of advice if I ever had kids. You're never going to know what you do, how to do it right. You just hope for the best.
Yeah, there's no instruction manual. There's no course.
Well, there are plenty of self-help groups and fucking, I mean, people who want to tell you how to do it. You know, fucking, you know, tantric friggin' childbirth or something. I mean, there's no end of, you know, books on shelves about how to raise your children.
Okay, Wolfshot, I'm sure you have something to say here. Go for it.
She hasn't got any kids, and she doesn't want any. She's a fucking leather.
No, but we're talking about women in power, and she was in the chat. I'm sure she's had a few thoughts that she wanted to bring up. Go ahead.
She stoned off her face. She passed out while I was talking to her in chat earlier on. She's mashed.
What is the topic of discussion?
Hello, where am I?
Okay, so you have no thoughts. Never mind. It's an open hangout, or it's an open conversation today.
No. I want to participate. So,
women in power not having kids. That's basically the conversation.
Yeah. Layla and I intend to have kids one day.
That's something Margaret Thatcher had kids
with a turkey roaster.
Became a politician. And you know, she actually made history twice. She was the first female prime minister of this country, and she was also the first politician who was both in the Conservative Party and in Labour at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, when she was pregnant.
How clever.
And I had to explain a simple joke to Cabbage.
You did. Yeah, well, because exactly, it was simple. I had to delve down. Not
actually, I'll correct my reaction. Groan.
It was meant to be.
But that's what he does. It's his stock and trade. It's not that shaggy dog stories.
It's like that old Spitting Image song. My God says the cow is holy, and our cow is holy too. And they show a picture of fucking Thatcher.
My God says it's right
That's
to kill.
grossly offensive. That's grossly offensive.
There are many, many ways to say. There is a magical word that is in many, many different meanings, and the magical word is fuck. It can be used many different ways, such as let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get ziggy with the jiggy.
I got fucked at the used car lot the other day. I love that.
I do not like the way you're talking. I find it hugely offensive. Please stop it.
Then there is this one. Why for you kick my dog and call him fuck off?
Oh, Jesus. This is what. This
Holy
is
shit.
freaky.
No, how did
freaky
Australia
boy,
change his voice that much? There was no accent there other than Indian. Holy
Oh,
shit.
quick impersonation of a typical London accent. Oh, goodness gracious me. Hello there.
Yeah, you guys should have seen how I was fucking with the kid said when I went over to the States.
Well, Americans
Yeah,
are
no, I'm not even
going
to try that accent.
identifying.
I'm not even going to try. I was going to say, try to say, you know, did you turn it off and on again? But it's not that good.
Have you turned
I'm
it
no
on
good at accent.
again?
You
That's
bro,
the weird
even
thing.
in New Zealand.
If I try and do any other accent than English, I just end up sounding like a Welsh Pakistani.
Well,
It just doesn't work.
Cabbage, I want to know when you're actually going to do an English accent then.
Well, I'm working up to it. You know, there's going to be a crescendo at some point. I'll announce the final result.
Finally, he's on
Special
his
stream for
deathbed.
it.
He's on his deathbed in
Yeah.
30 years or whatever, and he
And I'll be
finally
saying-
does a perfect English
Here,
accent.
I'll go to the foot of
Right.
our stairs.
And I'll finish it with, oh my goodness gracious me, go fuck yourselves. Something along those lines.
Yeah, make sure that's written in my will as you fade away. Like, that's
I've had enough of you. Go away.
No, mine would be you have to watch a video. Like, I would have people assembled to watch this one video, and then it would just be like me going, fuck you, you were an asshole, so if he's crying, just fucking throw his ass out. He was an asshole. Get him out. It's like it was his last will and testament to show this video.
That'll be so funny though. You just did that, and,
You-
and they just had to sit
you are
through
a
like
YouTuber.
20 minutes of like you know.
No, like I would reveal like in the middle and at the very end what all I gave, like and my will and testament. So that way they have to watch through all of it.
Yeah, you ain't getting no inheritance. You leave, you lose your inheritance.
Yeah.
You have to.
So
sit
you have to sit through me fucking degrading your ass, and then
Oh,
you
no,
get,
no, I'd do worse than that.
Nah,
You have to sit through 3 hours of this looped tape, and it would be Joe Pasquale singing "I Know a Song That'll Get on Your Nerves."
Steve Shives. Just Steve Shives videos for 3 hours.
I'm
straight.
not that cruel.
No.
It's got to be the person who is actually, you know, you're going to be getting the cash from, right? I mean, that's the point of it. You know, it's like the guy. It's got to be, you know, and he's sitting there and he's just stroking himself, just doing weird shit. It's like, you know, I mean, it's like a relative that you know, your grandfather or something, just being like a complete fucking.
If I was a multi,
Brilliant.
if I won the lottery and became a
I
multi,
mean, better than Brewster's Millions.
yeah, like, if I won the lottery and became a multi-millionaire, I would definitely do it. I would make everybody think I was dead, so they'd come to my funeral, and there I am in the coffin, lying there, and they're calling up, and they're all passing the coffin, and when they're sitting down, the priest starts. I said, "Oh, going, fooled you!"
Yeah, suckers! You fucking parasites.
I know how to open up your video, Vash. You open it up with, I actually have $10 million, and you need to stay in this haunted mansion.
Oh yeah,
that old cliche. It'll be great.
I was thinking about something like that.
Fucking hell, you're going total Scooby-Doo, Jesus.
Nah, you just get them to watch like really horrific videos of like, you know, blue tacos and fucking all that kind of shit. And you got to sit there and watch like 10 hours of that shit. And then, but you do it in a clickbaity kind of thing. Scatter all these videos all over YouTube, so as they think, oh, this is the one, and like all it is like 3 hours of looking at someone's brown eye or something like that, and fucking, nope, it's not that one. But they have to watch all of them just in case they miss the 2 minutes in between the 3 hours and one video that's got the details in it.
They missed the one cornhole.
Yeah.
Oh, just, you know, like have them like in Clockwork Orange or something, you know, their eyelids peeled back so they can't avoid the horrendous things. And just do some really crazy weird shit. Let's go to Thailand and, you know, rent the most depraved things you can do.
We'll get them to watch the entire catalogue of Ogrish.com. If they can survive the entire catalogue of Ogrish, then yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, you've got to make a trek on foot across the width of Australia.
That doesn't exist, so that'll be a quick trip.
Yeah, well, the drone wouldn't.
Well, wouldn't they fall off the edge and then just be floating in space?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No, because the flat Earth exists on an infinite plane.
So therefore, Australia must exist then. If it's an infinite plane, Australia, by the definition of infinity on the probability scale, that if there's a chance of Australia existing...
Stop being logical and intelligent when we're talking about the flat Earth.
Right. Yeah, no, how dare you? You can't tell me Australia exists. There's no way.
That's like saying that lava exists on Hawaii.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm still...
That isn't lava. That's red Kool-Aid.
Look, I'm a drop bear advocate, okay?
It's the flat part is infinite. It's the turtle underneath that's finite.
Yeah. What's the gender of the turtle?
The turtle's carrying.
Well, that's what you have to find out.
The turtle is gender non-specific.
You should have never watched that movie.
No, I mean, haven't you ever read the book? You've never read the book, The Light Fantastic? I mean, this is what that is. You know, I mean, Terry Pratchett. It's already been.
I haven't gotten my hands on the freaking disc series by Terry Pratchett yet.
The best one is Moving.
I can send you them. Do you want them? I'll send you the whole fucking. I'll send you everything that you want. Moving
Pictures is by far the best out of the lot.
I like Moving Pictures. Unfortunately, the audio book doesn't particularly work. I think it's because Nigel Planer is the.
That's
the audio.
Because, audiobooks tend not to work because when you read a book, your mind gives each character its own individual voice.
It does, and somebody can't do that impression. It never works. But if you want any of the Terry Pratchett, I can literally send you everything he's ever written. I mean, obviously, you know, he's gone completely. You know that, well, no, he's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah,
he died.
You know that one where they end up getting. On one of the islands at the edge of the Discworld, and they're going to be sent over the edge as part of this. But
they grab onto the chain that's protect them from going over the edge.
This banner saying, "Those who are about to die don't want to."
Yeah, no, we salute you.
I've seen both parts of that movie, but I have never read the books.
Is that where the
I told you. Shirati, I can send you everything.
Yes, I will.
Well, send me your email address, and I will post you the whole thing. I mean, they'll all be in either text or PDF file. You know, so you'll be able to read them. I've got them all electronic, so
that is.
I'll zip them up and send them to you if you want. God forbid, I'm not pushing it upon you, right? Okay, this is not some kind of mental raping.
We have consent.
Here. Okay, this is a consensual transaction.
Your
right.
It's live, honey. It's consensual.
All right, so we're not going to have any repercussions. Excellent.
They're books.
It's
I want
barely
books.
used.
Yes, but I am not going to be held accountable for how those books, affect you in the future, right? I don't want to have some long-term trauma that you end up suffering.
You cast a spell.
Oops. I kicked a chair off the porch.
Yeah, well, you're too fat.
Wow. No, I literally kicked the chair off the porch.
See?
Why? What'd the chair do to you?
So,
it got in my way.
See?
Christ, what a bitch.
Chunky thing.
Chairs are people too.
Kick a poor innocent chair just for sitting there doing nothing.
It's a plastic deck chair.
Oh, so
yeah.
So your chair is...
So because it's plastic, what if it was wood? You wouldn't kick it. Is that what you're saying?
You're damn right. If it was wood, I wouldn't kick it because I'd fuck my foot up.
See?
It also would have been alive more recently rather than being an old raptor.
See, you're being selective about your abuse.
You're right.
Yeah, your chair.
You're right. I am.
You guys don't know how much I can't wait for my new computer. It took me 5 minutes to send the Hangout link to Zero Cool. 5 minutes to get Twitter to load and send him a link. I can't wait till I have a better computer. Anyway, go ahead. I just wanted to bitch for a second.
So we can soon welcome you to the world of a Pentium, huh?
with a floating point error.
I didn't know that 486 still worked.
No, he'll have computing privilege.
No, 486 was before the Pentium. 486
I didn't know they still existed.
Had a floating point issue.
I only have 2 gigabytes or megabytes, whatever it is, of RAM. Only 2 right now. So I'll be jumping up to 16. It'll be much better.
So how much did the Apollo computers cost you then?
My laptop is better than your computer.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's going to be no good if you still, fucking put all the bloatware and shit on it that you have. I mean, how many processors have you got running? I bet you got like about 50 or something.
Oh, we're not doing this argument right now. It's Friday the 13th anyway.
Yeah.
Anybody break a mirror or walk under a fucking ladder lately?
I did. I fucked a black cat under a ladder. Nothing happened.
You leave Chara out of this.
Not yet.
Yeah, I
okay.
I got a black cat to walk past
away
while I was smashing a mirror walking under a ladder.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Well, you got that shark repellent there, Batman. So
the thing is, in the UK and I believe in Europe as well, a black cat crossing your path is actually good luck.
It is. Absolutely. Yeah, that's what it used to be. Then they changed it. I don't know when that happened. I don't know why that happened.
That was all about the witchcraft and shit.
It only
Because
changed
of the revolution. People were pissed off, so like, fuck those guys. It's unlucky now.
Yeah, that's probably it. That's why you say. That's why you say Z when every other English-speaking country says Z.
That's how we got freedom fries.
Yeah, when everybody else.
No, that's just being obnoxious.
No, that was perfectly rational.
We know those freedom fries are made by slaves.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't mind the freedom fry thing. I love that because it was like fuck you.
To be fair, the machines and factories technically are slaves. Yes.
The funniest part about it is that fucking chips were actually invented by the Dutch or the Belgians, one of the two.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Nothing was invented by the
That's
French.
True.
They stole everything.
Well, that's why they have to do things like FIFA.
Yeah, I mean the Montgolfier brothers were really
Olympics. Yorkshiremen. Oh, yeah. Good solid Yorkshiremen.
Yeah.
And it's not fucking fries, it's fucking chips.
Yep.
It's fucking fries.
It's chips.
It's chips. Chips.
Yeah, you don't say curly chips, do you, asshole?
Fries are baby fish.
Are they? No, I'm sorry, but we
don't
off the fucking reservation on that one.
We don't usually refer to curly fries because we're not fucking children that need incentives to eat.
No, yeah,
exactly.
Dino fries.
Which is why we don't have turkey. Well, I mean, we have turkey Twizzlers or whatever.
Do you want to know my? Hey, Mad Dodge. Do you want to know my secret identity? Because I'm Batman.
No, you're not. You're Wonder Woman.
I wish I was Wonder Woman. Have those nice big titties.
Yeah.
Dude,
You would
Yeah,
never
if I was
make
Wonder
that
Woman, I
up.
wouldn't fucking stop playing with myself either.
Which one?
Let's go back into a place of order that we all know. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
fuck
mutiny
you.
right there. That is mutiny.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Run away, coward.
Super
Oh.
runaway.
He did not start the pineapple war and then leave me because I'm
did.
with him on that.
What's wrong with the
Yeah, he
Hawaiian
would.
pizza?
Sorry, it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's
There's
not
only one place
wrong.
pineapple
No,
belongs, and
it's
that's up
good.
Hitler's arse.
No, it isn't. You wouldn't put apple
No.
on a fucking pizza.
I would not put
That
apple on a
does sound
pizza.
kind of good.
I like barbecue chicken pizza. That's good. But also Canadian bacon.
Look,
Okay,
look,
okay. First of all,
you're just happy to have food, right? I mean, that's the point.
First
right?
of all-
I mean, any kind of food
First of all-
nutrition is good.
first
That's
of
all
all-
it is. You don't give a shit. what
First
it
of
is.
all,
You put
I'm
shove
gonna
it in
put
your mouth.
pineapples on whatever the fuck I want. Secondly, apples, yes, it's awesome whenever you have cinnamon and you have that glaze and shit as like a dessert pizza. Apple fucking pizza is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it is. It's an apple cinnamon dessert pizza. I know that places like Pizza Hut sell that stuff all the time.
Well, there you go, and it
You
just
guys
shows
are
you how
fucking
low
nasty.
society has gone.
Yeah, I'm
Fucking
covered.
nasty.
Bacon
Yeah.
and pineapple hamburger is the most amazing fucking thing on the planet.
Oh, cheeseburger
you're
pizza.
That's
so
really
wrong.
Burger pizza with a mustard base. Oh,
Gammons-
See, you people will shove any old shite into
No.
your faces.
No,
won't you?
no.
I mean, you really don't even
No.
care. And the thing is, you,
No, you guys,
don't even
no.
know how to use cutlery.
No,
You're-
that's
you're
it. I draw the
disgrace.
line at fucking
I
mustard.
do know. Hey,
No.
I was.
Mustard is
I was-
bad for
I
you.
did take
Gammons-
classes.
Mustard
No.
is gross.
No,
Yeah.
ketchup is bad for you because they put high fructose.
I
corn.
do know the difference between a salad fork and a regular fork.
Yeah, well,
The salad fork's the one
Well,
you
the
don't
salad
use.
fork doesn't go in as far when you stab somebody.
yeah. Well,
No,
unfortunately,
I was going
Salad
to say a salad fork is for stabbing
knives.
midgets. That's what it's for.
You
Meme, if
fucking
you're listening, fuck
Philistine.
you.
Hey, over here we need a license for cutlery soap.
Hey, oi!
Yeah.
Do you have a license for that salad fork, mate?
Yep.
Is there even a point to Americans having salad cutlery?
You know, a
Is
lot
there
of
a
times.
point?
I
Hold on.
love a good
No, not really, because all
A
you
lot
tend
of-
to
a lot
do
of
is
times
just
we
mash
just-
your hands into it.
Well, a lot of times we don't really sit down and have course dinners. We usually just have the salad and we'll have the fork, and that's what we're
Oh,
just
no,
eating is
that's
usually
correct.
just the salad.
Yeah, but that's the point, Zero. You're having coarse dinners. They're hardly refined, are they? They're very
I-
coarse.
Oh,
Very
you're a
extremely
dog.
coarse for course dinners.
What does that mean?
Wordplay.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, anyway, I just wanted to stop in and say hi to everybody. Cabbage, you still fucking suck. I love you anyway. Good to talk to you, old timer.
Yeah, you can kiss my ass.
By the sound of that voice, he does it regularly.
All right. Well, I got to get rolling. It's good to see all you guys. I will be off and on places. Finally, I've been super busy and got my computer fixed finally. So
And the great thing is, nobody cares.
exactly, that's my
Polish
point.
my button.
Oh,
It
shut
was
up.
nice
David.
to meet you.
I did. I care. Actually, no, don't fool you.
Yeah, see?
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Everybody have a good night. I will see you guys later.
You too.
Mate.
See you, mate.
All right. Well, Gambit is the best X-Men character. I just wanted to say that. There you go.
No,
No,
no.
no. Nightcrawler is.
Oh,
Gambit is the weakest.
Okay. Wait. Nightcrawler would get the shit beat out of him by Gambit.
Get
No,
bull.
he wouldn't.
Damn
He
fucking right.
teleport all the way around him.
Yeah, but we're talking about Gambit here. You know his power? Yeah, sure. He has his cards that he.
Oh, I can make things I touch
Come on.
explode. You've got to touch it
It-
first, mate.
And Deadpool's
It
sitting there
worked
going,
for the fucking Irish. It worked for the Irish. Fuck off. It's a good enough for me.
Yeah, but it wasn't everything they touched. In fact, most of the time they blew themselves up.
Yeah.
Or they fucked up with the timings.
Strength and agility are on a par with Spider-Man's. His speed
Jesus
is all
Christ.
He's almost as fast as Spidey as well. He can teleport. Yeah, he's got a prehensile. Gambit's going to get his ass kicked.
Well, I don't know.
Gambit would whoop the shit out of Spidey. Spidey.
The thing is, Gambit,
no.
But Gambit,
Storm
the whole
is the most powerful.
They've actually fought.
No, Gambit just grabs Mary Jane, turns her into a fucking bomb, and throws it at Spider-Man. No more Spidey or Mary Jane. Everybody's happy.
You're ignoring the character now because Gambit wouldn't do that. And Gambit and Spider-Man have fought, and Gambit got his ass kicked.
Yeah,
if I was Gambit, I would do that.
The thing is, you know, the Gambit idea.
Yeah, well, if I was Spider-Man, I'd dodge the Mary Jane bomb. So fuck you.
Oh, but then he's going to be over there crying, and you could throw another bomb.
No, because
Spidey is very emotional. Spidey is very emotional. Haven't you seen the Spider-Man live-action movies? He's very emotional.
Sorry, Miss Sandra. Jean Grey isn't as powerful as you'd like to think her.
Well, no, she is if you look at the X-Men. There's somebody who's doing the fucking
Jean Grey. Yes, Jean Grey is that powerful because she's the next Phoenix.
Actually, she
is the final. She is the final boss in the comic series.
She is the
Phoenix.
It's not the Phoenix. The Phoenix Force impersonated Jean Grey.
And it will have to be a black trans handicapped child or something in order to
Phoenix is the Phoenix.
Jean Grey is the Phoenix, and Phoenix is Jean Grey.
No, Phoenix is Phoenix. Jean Grey is Jean Grey. The Phoenix Force impersonated Jean Grey.
Well, anyway, the whole
Jean
thing.
Grey was there. So did the Phoenix kill Jean Grey?
No, replaced her, put into suspended animation.
When?
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, that's actually the comic series that I'm referencing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
No, he's in the Chronicles.
Good on you, man. I stand corrected then. But
sit down if you want.
I used to argue that Jean Grey was one of the more she is the most powerful psychic, I would say. Because she is more powerful than Xavier.
She's gotten far more powerful recently because of SJW Marvel. She mind controlled Iceman into being gay, remember?
Emma Frost is more powerful than Jean Grey.
Yes, she is.
What was the last Marvel one with the fucking the Hulk ends up acting like a fucking 30-year-old living in a parent's basement or something. What was that? What was it? The fucking.
Get your words out.
Damn it! No, I'm just trying to think of the title of the film. You know, the last Marvel film, the last one with Hulk.
Buddy,
Infinity Wars.
No.
The Thor one.
While you're thinking of it, I have a question. Isn't Rogue the one who can steal any other mutant's powers? Isn't she?
Not steal anybody's powers who she touches, but I think there is an upper limit.
Temporarily.
Depends on contact. Sorry, Queen. Go ahead.
Ragnarok. That was it. The Ragnarok one. Yeah, they turned the Hulk into a faggot. Yeah, well, okay. Well, eventually you got there, but I was trying to ask you that. God knows how long. Anyway, the Ragnarok one, they turned the Hulk into a fucking soy boy.
Did they?
No. Thanos turned him into a soy boy.
Well.
Yeah,
because Thanos
whoever did it is a damn disgrace.
Thanos beat the ever-living piss out of the Hulk to the point that the Hulk didn't want to fucking come out through like half the movie. So
that's because the Hulk had never.
No, I'm talking about where he was like sitting down, moaning about his life or whatever. I mean, the Hulk.
He does that all the fucking time. Yeah. Even in the comics, he does that shit.
No.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
They
said that it was tragic backstory in the original ones. So.
Well, no, and I just want to point you guys to the chat real quick. My personal chat
they were thought
troll.
bubbles.
My personal chat troll Ben is here. Yeah,
Ben.
It's my favorite troll. So moderators, let him go. I'm okay.
Yeah,
If he starts to get a bunch of friends, we'll start kicking them.
Yeah, but what is Ben moaning about?
Ben, don't forget to join us on TER tomorrow.
Well, send him a link, mate. Get him in here.
Oh,
if he
I've
really
sent
wants to
him a
bitch,
link
let him
before.
bitch to us.
Well, I mean, if he
it's
was
not
a
like-
real troll, then
can't
he would
handle
have
him.
the one dislike. Isn't there like one person that's somehow disliking your videos or something?
Every video, yeah, there's one hater.
Is that Ben?
Well, send him a link,
I
mate.
hope
You know,
not.
get him
I'm
in.
so nice to Ben. Every time I see
Ben,
Ben,
would you
I
like
do
to
this
come in?
announcement. I'm so nice to Ben. I would hope it would. I would hope it's not him, because Ben,
Oh, well,
you hate capitalism, Ben, and that's okay because you're on a computer created by capitalism. I mean, it's really, really entertaining to me.
Irony.
So,
you know, last week on TER, fucking Ben was in. And he just Bob just sort of ran out of things to say and all this kind of stuff. So he just went and quick fired all of Ben's comments and fucking answered them one after the other and all that. That was actually really good content. So yeah, definitely join us tomorrow on TER.
I've been reading his comments and I wouldn't really say he's a troll because he's trying to put some decent stuff
There you
out
go.
there.
Does nobody have him on Twitter or something?
Ben goes, yeah, I know, some funny irony right there, right?
Hangout link. Send him the Hangout link.
I don't have him on
He
Twitter.
doesn't want to come in. He's been asked and he says he just wants to post.
So he's
fair
wanting
enough.
to be recognized in the chat, but he doesn't want to be a part of the stream.
Ah, well, we've recognized that.
Oh,
Some people don't like hearing their own voice. Yeah, some people are actually shy about it. Yeah, turning up on streams.
Yeah, speaking of public.
Yeah, I mean, Cabbage is a prime example. He's really shy.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
really shy.
It is, you know,
never get a
and you
peep
know
out of
how
that
I,
fucker.
you know how I deal with it by overcompensating.
You see, he's
Yep.
also like
Shut
he's
up your
also
ass.
always worried about what people think and everything.
And that's why he never speaks a word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your feels, your feels mean everything to me.
Hashtag the star didn't do nothing. The star didn't do nothing.
but here's the real question: do you know D-Way?
Do you know?
Do you know D-Way?
Do you
I
know
know
the way?
D-Way. I know D-Way.
the way.
I spit on you when you were I tell you.
Do we have a queen?
Hell
Where
no.
is the queen?
We must
Where
protect
is
the
where
queen.
is the queen?
Let's
I
protect
want
the
the queen. We must rape the queen.
You did not the queen.
No.
You do not know the
No,
way.
no,
You do not know the way. You do not have Ebola. We spit on you.
Oh yes.
Oh hell!
Do you know the way?
Oh no,
Hey,
Ben,
is that
no,
the
wait a
queen?
minute.
Is that the
Wait a
queen?
minute.
Get the
Are you
queen.
the
You must
Ben
rape the queen.
I've never seen Ben. I've never seen Ben have this response. He said, "How am I supposed to be a cowardly masked Antifa soldier if I come on? Huh? I have a reputation to uphold."
Well,
Oh, Ben.
Okay, yeah.
Ben. No, Ben, you're not my troll anymore, right? That means you're not Antifa. Damn it, Ben.
You've now got a reputation
Damn
of
it.
being a.
Well, I mean, if he was an Antifa, then like I've actually been to a couple of these areas, and I've seen some of the people just kind of walk up. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and it's like you're. What the fuck is the point of having your fucking mask if you're gonna go ahead and tell me your name?
Ah, but it was a false name. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha. My name was not Jeremy.
What's his surname?
Brian. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Just like-
imagine the fun you could have if you could open temporal gateways. You get an Antifa march coming down this busy thoroughfare, right? So you open a temporal gate right in front of them, and they all march straight into Nazi Germany.
No. You open it up to Parramatta Road on fucking peak hour and watch all the fucking cars and trucks run them over.
Oh,
No, I think it'd be more music to let them actually fight some real Nazi.
No, put Kim Jong Un in Nazi Germany.
No, I would put
No.
And just have him and
it's more
Hitler just be
amusing.
like, look here.
I would put Kim Jong Un in the Yucatan on a certain date when a certain asteroid hit, what's going
yeah.
on here? What that thing in the sky? Oh shit!
Oh, what the?
Yeah.
We need to fire missile at sky.
Tree fly.
I fired 2 missiles, but they were dead.
North Korea's missile technology is improving. You know, you should
Now,
see.
Bill Clinton.
It is. North Korea's missile technology is improving rapidly.
Well, no.
You should see the size of the elastic band they've got now.
Bill Clinton gave me Dennis Rodman.
How do you think you'd get away with it if you could do a parody sort of like biography of Kim Jong Un? Only.
Well, I mean, what the fuck is Kim Jong Un gonna do to me right now? I'm in America.
Hold on.
Exactly.
We do.
He's gonna shake his fist at you.
Parody biography movie of Kim Jong Un, right? But we get Nicolas Cage in a padded suit to play him.
Hey, Kim Jong Un, if you're listening, I will be your James Franco to the interview. Okay, I would.
That kind of sounds like a pickup line.
If you treat me right, I will be
you treat me well. Yeah.
I'll be your James Franco forever and ever.
Yeah. As long as I get dessert. You can have me.
Hey, if I'm able to drive around in a fucking tank, okay, and my life's gonna be, I don't know. That'd be
Yeah, but
pretty
you can do that in ISIS too, you know.
Oh well, yeah, but not the really large Russian one, you know. Like I said, if it's the interview, I would be all right with being James Franco.
No, it'd be cool if you joined ISIS, because then we could do a Redeye stream where MC drone strikes you live.
Right, and then you could run up the madness and shout,
"Hello!" I mean, have you guys seen the interview? It's a pretty good movie. Like,
why is it that every time the Australians in the stream, something explodes?
What exploded?
Yeah.
Hello, what exploded? I didn't hear an explosion.
Alan snack bar.
Yeah.
Take beer and our snack bar.
Oh no, they just have. Oh, you don't realise that Australians just have enormous flatulence. That's all it is. It's not an explosion. It's just a natural release.
I have found Muslim telephone scammers. They get rather irate when you call their god Alan and point out the fact that he's nothing but a jumped-up moon god with ideas above his station.
Well, if it's ever a Korean, then just make sure to go, "Baby, you're a firework."
No.
The
best thing to do when they're talking is go, "So you love me a long time for only $5?"
Cool.
Anyway,
we want Saki Faki.
I thought we'd already agreed that Australians don't exist. I thought we'd already agreed that Australians don't exist. So, talking about
disavow cabbage. Disavow.
I must perform Sudoku. No, mine's a little bit more brutal than that. You see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write in my chest a Sudoku puzzle just all the way across it, in giant gashes, and I have to in order to achieve the honor before I die, I must solve the Sudoku puzzle. So I will be lightheaded from blood loss, and it will be really, really hard for me to do the pay.
But like a really low budget version of the Da Vinci Code.
I don't care.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, cabbage.
I don't care. I want the movie rights.
Vast
We're gonna be rich.
General chat in Mad's Discord.
It was the Donatello riddle, the B grade version of the Da Vinci Code.
I did not like that movie though, because it was like they would just be like, pyramids rhyme with periods. Women have periods, so that means that Illuminati, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I fucking hate that
conclusion.
Is it me or that Nicolas Cage film National Treasure? Was that about Linda Carter's Playboy shoot?
I also had the same issue with National Treasure.
You know, Dan Brown he's a real cunt for fucking writing that book, because every dumb fuck truther and fucking conspiracy theorist was claiming the Illuminati's fucking real and all this shit. It's like, oh, as if you dumb cunts didn't believe enough bullshit as it is.
Hey, fuck off. He plagiarized that book. That book had already came out by somebody else, and they wrote it as an actual thing, you know, like a historical fucking book. What's it called?
Loose Change.
Oh no! Fuck off!
No, that's what they did. They reckon they were going to try and make a fictitious thing, and then halfway along the way they found something real and all this, and it's all bullshit anyways. And even Dylan Avery saying he doesn't believe anything in loose change anymore. Yeah,
hey, Bruce, I've got a question for you, Ozzy. If you were going into a building and you entered the lift, right, and there was only one other person there, and it was Angry Ozzy, right, and there was no security cameras or anything in the lift, what would you do?
Angry Aussie?
Yeah.
I think I know him. I'd probably drop my guts and fucking make him fucking... I'll push the stop button, drop me guts and make him fucking sit there and suffer.
Nice one. I would beat the living shit out of the bastard.
Because I don't really follow too many Aussies.
Suffer. He said make him suffer.
Yep.
I don't really know too many Aussies. What I do know is that most of the Aussies that I have seen on YouTube are all fucking assholes and idiots and should shut the fuck up because they make us look bad.
Well, what about Suit?
Who?
Suit yourself.
Suit.
I know him.
What?
Hey, Luke. What are you talking
Never heard
about
of
now?
This place isn't that small, man.
I thought it was, you know, everybody's on the coast.
Oh, actually, sorry, correction. He's in another facility in another country. I've never met them.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought everybody was like on the Houseos set. You know?
No, Suit is worked by a different handler.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, you gotta keep all of the agents, you know, separated. That way, if one flips, it doesn't, you know, corrupt the whole network.
He's NSA. I'm CIA. There's the difference.
You know, if I had the money, one practical joke I would love to do. You know, what do you call him there? That fucking New Zealand guy with the tash. Oh, come on, man.
A New Zealand guy with a tash. That kind of narrows it down.
Michael Rowlands.
Never heard of him either.
Like, what I'd love to do is, if I had the money, pay everybody in his town to leave town for a day, right? And hook up his internet to a dummy to a dummy server, so he thinks he's online, and he's just getting responses. And he ends up thinking he's the last man on earth.
Yeah, stick him on a pineapple.
Yep. Another trick I would like to do: hack into Steve Shive's account and unblock everybody, right? But
that would be amazing. I like it already.
But block his wife. And leave, hidden webcams all over the house so it can sit back and watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
Even funnier. No, can he block yourself? It'd be funny. Block himself, and then he starts typing. And it tells himself to go fuck himself. That'll be funny.
You have been blocking myself. I got the hat and everything.
Now, all you need to do is just hack into his account and just put comments everywhere going, fuck all sluts, they're all cunts, they can all suck me dick, they're all just fucking cum rags and all this kind of shit. Yeah.
Now listen, they just need to shut their fucking cock holsters and let the men do the work, alright?
That would be perfect.
Well, that seems rather sexist.
Yeah, but they used to let the men.
And then I have every woman here hate me.
Yeah, but the men used to do all the work.
The
men used to do all the work. I don't. I don't even care enough to hate. So
he said, "Woman, you moron."
Like I said, Cabbage hates you.
Yeah, but are you a woman? Yeah, but I have absolutely no way of proving that you are a woman.
Cabbage Patch. So,
how many pictures of me have you seen?
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of fucking weird people out there.
Oh, fuck you.
With the lights off, all I need is the voice.
There's a lot of weird people out there. Holy shit.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is what happens when I don't have a goddamn topic.
I think the
Cabbage Patch, I will get some tweezers and a cotton swab and choke you.
What'd you say? You were going to get tweezers and a cotton swab and wank him off?
No, I was going to choke him.
Really?
Gag him. Yeah, he's thinking too much about secrets.
What is your, this is your weird fetish, man. You should keep that private.
Look
You know what I mean?
you're
That should be held against you in a court of law in future.
I mean, I can give some cotton swabs. It's just that easy for a Cabbage Patch head, you know.
Hey,
Just
Sharani.
choke it.
Yeah.
Would you care for something?
She likes her Dalek.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Jesus.
Yes, exactly. The thing is all you need is a Dalek, ladies and gentlemen, and then you will have all of the ladies.
Nah, you just need a Dalek and a dweeb.
Well, it's mainly
not a gift, you know what I mean? I mean, this is dweeb territory that we're stepping into now, right?
Dweeb.
You are a fucking dweeb if you're chuckling at that.
I'm just trying to imagine what Sharani would be like if she was doing a stream with somebody who was using a Dalek voice modifier. You wouldn't be able to interview the guy, would you?
Shut up.
Would you care for some tea?
Would you? Would you care for some? I would like some tea. Can I get some tea?
I would like some tea. Make it jasmine. Thank you.
Darjeeling, please.
And Cabbage, I just sent you one of my emails.
I didn't know that Daleks were good at making tea. That's
well, they're fucking walking upstairs.
Actually, no, because
it's in
in Discord. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll get it later. I'll send you the Terry Pratchett book.
What about that one good Dalek?
Do you know what used to make me laugh about Doctor Who? It's whenever they did the Doctor Who documentary, you'd always get this BBC presenter on who'd say, "Oh, when I was a kid and the Daleks came on, I used to hide behind the sofa because they were scared."
Yeah.
Nobody
ever
did that. My children love the Daleks. They laugh at them.
If you're scared of the Daleks, you must be terrified by them.
It's a fucking garbage can.
But they are the ones who ended up as a soy boy cuck. So
then they must
now see. Yeah, they're the people who are writing for the Guardian now.
Giant fucking shitting themselves over fucking R2D2. Then
it's a giant pepper pot.
The good Doctor
they think R2D2's a butt plug.
Yeah,
it's a giant. The good Doctor Who's with the Tom Baker ones back in the 80s
with the plunger on it.
Wait, R2D2 against Daleks, who would win?
The Daleks, so they've got a gun.
Oh yeah, they'd fucking vaporize him from a mile away.
Yeah. Well, R2D2's just basically got like an extended penis thing that he can interface, and I mean, and he's got a saw. I mean, he's not even a fucking Swiss Army knife, is he?
I bet
he is. If we're going through like the canon of the Star Wars,
you notice how much Princess
He's got nothing.
He does have a kit. He does have a kit.
Hey,
he got nothing. He's basically a pocket knife.
He has that little shocker thing that he fucks with Yoda.
Cryptic. Princess Leia spent an awful lot of time around R2D2.
And there's another YouTube.
Well, I wonder why. Yeah, that was because of the extender thing. That's what it was, and it kept whizzing round, right?
I am Vash.
Fuck you.
Okay, so you're Vash. You're Captain Picard's girlfriend. Fair enough.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Vash for the gash.
Doctor Who back in the 80s, like the Tom Baker ones were the best, I reckon. They had the Brigadier in it. There was this one episode where they were fucking Triffids or some shit like that. They called it an airstrike, and they kept on changing the plane each time the plane was in view. It was like, the Buccaneer at one stage, then it was a Phantom in the next one, then it was a Sea Vixen in the next thing, and then it was a fucking Buccaneer flying away. I thought that was pretty funny.
I hate whenever they have the BBC announces that talk like this.
Well,
they
okay.
just long
They never did. That's because you're watching the BBC on an internet connection, which is
Yes, exactly.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you can put it to normal speed. You don't
Yeah,
have
but
to do it on-
there's some of them that I over
Right
exaggerate.
up in your
There's some
bandwidth.
of them it's like, come on, like get to the fucking point.
I've got
Yeah,
to
we-
agree with
we-
Ryan better though. The Brigadier was a brilliant character.
I know. You
Mhm.
know, I always thought that who was the guy? John Pertwee, who was before.
John Pertwee was the doctor
You know,
I grew up with.
That's the one I remember, and that's the one
But
I
he's
always
the one
think
about
back
the
to.
Brigadier.
Does anybody remember?
But then he
K9?
and then he became fucking Wurzel Gump.
Everybody
Gummidge, and
remembers
Yeah.
K9.
Fucking hell.
K9
Does
is
anybody
best
remember
dog.
Perry?
You want to say that again?
Does anybody remember Perry, the assistant
Oh,
with the
The Rise and Rise of Reginald Perrin.
no Perry,
Perry. No.
played by Nicola Bryant, Colin Baker era.
No. No idea.
No, she
Are we
she-
like the dot? No.
She used to wear the skimpy 80s outfit.
Is she the one that had that Nitro 9 explosive shit?
No.
No, I don't remember that.
She
Okay,
was the alien?
you brought up a British '80s show, and nobody, not even the Brit, knows it. Let's bring
this
up
was
a
fucking 30 years ago, dude.
Let's bring up an American '80s show. A-Team. Ever heard of that?
Everybody knows that.
Never heard of that one.
That's my point. That's my point right there.
We need
Yeah,
to
but
get
I
out
mean-
of here. We need to get out of here. What do we need to do? Well, I found some thimbles. I found a lawnmower. I found Jesus.
There you go.
So how are we going to get out of this one? Well, we're going to get this car. We're going to armor plate it and then run it into people. Okay, next week. What are we going to do to
Fucking
get out of this one?
A-Team. Talk about
We're gonna armor it up
low-hanging
and then run it
fruit.
into people.
Right, there you go. Perry. I'm sharing the picture now.
Oh,
Nice
yeah.
tits.
Yeah, now you know
Yeah,
what I remember.
yeah, but come on, that's the lowest hanging fruit. You may as well have chosen fucking Scooby Doo.
What's wrong with Scooby Doo? Like,
Well, Scooby Doo wasn't '80s. I had to choose an '80s show.
Oh, nah, he's a mad 80s TV show, China Beach. Tour of Duty.
I still think the Ace is awesome.
Oscar and Friends.
What about Beverly Hills Cop?
What about Rocco's
Oh.
Modern Life?
I've
Rocco's
watched
Modern
Beverly
Life,
Hills.
man.
I've watched
There's
Beverly
a
Hills
fucking
Cop,
Working
classic.
a sex phone line.
I was hoping you were gonna say Beverly Hillbillies because my mom used to watch that shit all the time.
Oh,
That was
No. What about for anybody that's a Canuck? Red light, green light.
No, you can't say that on television.
What? Right, for anybody from Canada.
Oh yes,
Good thing
isn't
we're
that,
not on
yeah,
TV.
isn't that meant to
Anybody
be a fucking
anybody
racist or
from
something?
Canada should remember.
Holy shit.
Actually, you are on TV.
Hey, that
Mine.
means Canada. That means Canada.
Yeah.
So-
Can anybody from Canada remember the beachcombers?
Oh yeah, sorry
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
What a pointless
Brilliant.
fucking program
Yeah.
that was.
It was
What
brilliant.
about,
Yeah, the dude with the de Havilland Otter seaplane.
What about Greg the Bunny?
Cabbage. I've noticed about you over the years. You really
What?
are a miserable cunt, aren't you?
No, no, because I mean it's like Skippy though. It's and what's the one with the lassie with the dog and stuff? Oh, somebody's got to go and I mean,
I
is
fucking
it
love Lassie.
Woof! What's that?
every day,
Woof!
every
Lassie?
fucking time.
Billy's
It's
in
the
the
same
well.
thing.
You know
Woof!
what? No, you know what? Okay, you can have Lassie, but if you make fun of the Munsters, then
Oh,
we're
fuck the
fucking
Munsters. The Addams Family was way better than the Munsters.
They were
Fuck
the same.
Munsters.
And marriage, love.
Yep. They said
I
that,
love
that was quality, right?
Together like a horse. And
Carriage.
Yeah.
Well,
you see,
I'll
the thing is,
tell
right,
you,
if you go back, right, and some of the best cartoons that were in Britain were like, I mean, Danger Mouse. You remember that? And there's a lot of
Super Ted.
sarcasm, and it was fun.
well,
I mean, it had like
sometimes
it was
you
designed
gotta
for
go.
adults
Hey,
as well.
boys.
What?
Sometimes you gotta go where
We're
everybody
getting
knows it is.
told that we are good.
We are
Well,
good
you
about
guys
what?
are. anyway.
Well, who
Thank you.
cares?
Awesome.
This is, you know, yeah.
We're
We don't
being-
need your validation. Fuck
Hey,
you.
Thank
Cabby,
you.
don't be a dick.
Thank you.
not-
That's awesome.
He is one. He can't not
But sometimes you ought to go where
Wait a
everybody
minute.
knows your name.
Tema, you get your
Yeah,
ass
cheers.
in here.
Cheers. Oh yeah, fuck you, memes.
Hey,
Fuck you.
hey. So, although Danger Mouse was an excellent cartoon, how dare you, Cabbage, hate on the Munsters?
What about
Emma?
Tailspin?
I'm serious. Get in here now.
No, Tailspin is one of my favorite
The
cartoons
link
growing up.
is in general
But you know
chat
what?
in Mad's room.
But you know what is better? The Gargoyles series.
Oh,
No,
that
Animaniacs.
was awesome.
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs, I do love.
Animaniacs.
Hello, nurse.
No. My favorite adult joke was, let's search for prints. Found them. No fingerprints. I don't think so.
Okay. Has anybody ever seen this? Happy Tree Friends and Friends.
Yes.
Listen, don't
Oh,
mute
God,
me,
it was
you
psycho.
pricks. I'm getting really sick of being muted.
Yeah.
Bring on, Count Duckula, right? Count
Oh,
Duckula.
yeah.
Now, there was a fucking TV, you know, like
Didn't they get
that
Freddie
was
Mercury to do the theme for that?
it was
Yep.
fucking brilliant. That
What
one.
about, hey, if you're on with the Cosgrove and Hall stuff, what about Alias the Jester?
And the next person who mutes me, I'm muting you back. You know that, right? I'm getting sick of it.
Or the trapdoor.
Childish.
Yeah.
Yeah, trapdoor. Oh,
It's
fuck.
gonna wind up.
I haven't thought about
Everybody's
that
gonna
for
be muted.
years. Holy shit, trapdoor. That was
Mhm.
fucking
I
great.
used to have that as the computer game on the Commodore 64.
I had it on the
Yes.
Spectrum.
Yes.
I had it on the Spectrum. It's fucking
Don't
brilliant.
you open that
You're
trapdoor.
a fool if you dare.
Something
Oh,
down there.
Brilliant. It was awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
cartoons
you know-
back then,
no,
they were.
You guys, real
Look
quick. I saw something really funny today. I was looking on Twitter and somebody was like, "Oh, just went to check out what the Doom mod community has been up to," and it was a mod that made Doom as you're killing all the members of Seinfeld. Like,
Okay, Cabbage.
Oh my god!
was-
I will stream that shit. You gotta
Cabbage.
link me that. I will fucking
Oh.
stream that.
Yeah.
they even
Cabbage
had
and-
fucking Newman, dude. Yeah.
Oh my
Cabbage,
god!
Cabbage and Batman. Cabbage and Batman. Do you two remember Tim Robbins doing Fat Tulip stories?
No.
Or Tony Robbins, sorry.
Tony
Fucking
Robbins.
Baldrick.
I remember
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
Robbins doing the
Tony Robinson.
Robin of Sherwood thing.
I've
Uh,
heard that. I heard
He
that he
Marion and her merry men.
He
I
used
heard
to
that.
do one. He used to do one about this character called Fat Tulip, and he was this little sort of fairy character that lived in a garden somewhere, and he was
I
just
heard
like,
that he could
yeah.
unhinge his mouth and eat whole people.
Hey, Cabbage, can you remember a British one called Chelmsford 123?
Oh yeah, that was Rory McGrath.
Rory
McGrath.
And Jimmy Moulton.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah,
Because it was,
I love that.
it was Bad Box Mate, you know, I kept coming up with these different names for himself. They
And
call
it
me
was-
Mango the Forgetful. Oh, why is that? Why is what? Why they call me Mango? They do?
What are you talking about? Who are you?
There was the moron who was in it called Blag. And he goes, I've got this idea. What we'll do, right, if we invent this box, right, and it's connected to this other box with like a window on it, and we'll point this box at people and it'll send the pictures into this other box. We can call it television and watch things on it. Blag, what are you on about? I don't know, I just had a funny turn. Because there's one episode where the
All of those are on
the Roman
YouTube.
governor, right? And his assistant are pulling this fucking cart dead of night, and you hear this noise in the background, and the fucking TARDIS appears in the fucking background, and they get Doctor Who coming out, drops this pile of rubbish, and then comes back and it disappears. And
Yeah, he throws out. Yeah, he does. He just throws out a plastic bag.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I like what
Yeah.
Chelsea 123.
There's
It was,
it's always cool to have crossover stuff too.
No, that wasn't crossover. That was just taking the Mickey.
It was. Yeah, because the thing was that Chelmsford 123, I think it was on
Channel
Channel 4,
4,
wasn't
yeah.
it? Or ITV? Yeah.
Channel 4.
So, I mean, it was a piss take of BBC.
It was
So
Yeah,
it
there
was
was-
kind of like they were
There was one they did for the comic relief where Rowan Atkinson was supposed to be playing Doctor Who, but the premise of it was if Doctor Who came back as a woman.
No. What happened was he was fighting the Master, and at the end
Weren't
he got
they
killed.
going to do that in the more recent Doctor Who? I heard rumors.
In the end, Rowan Atkinson got killed. Then he came back as 4 or 5 different actors, and at the end, when he got killed again, he regenerated as a woman. It was all done as a joke.
I've never seen that. There was a Rowan Atkinson Doctor Who. I've never seen that.
Children with knees.
Oh, right, well.
Or as I call it, children with knees.
Yeah, that can't be asked.
It's like my other favourite show, Shave the Children.
Why not? Shave them, then
lubricate. Get a hairless place.
And then shove them in tubes.
No, shrink wrap them.
Yeah, but you got to have lubrication first.
Yeah. Shrink wrap, lubricated, shaved.
Yeah, what is wrong with you people? You're like, no, once again, this is the second time I have to say this. In this but when I don't set a topic, you people are crazy.
Well, it's
you know it's awesome, though. You create the best
mentally
content.
Unstable.
You create the best content when there is no topic.
Yeah.
What about Sherlock Holmes in the 21st century?
Hey, is it me, right? Or would it be a funny trick?
No, wait a minute, though. Vash, if Sherlock Holmes is in the 21st century, is he still hooked on heroin? That's my question.
I think there would be some other souped up.
It was
opium.
He was hooked on opium.
And he was also a bum boy.
Oh no, and he shot up cocaine. That's right.
It was cocaine.
Freud?
It was
both of
cocaine.
them.
Oh yeah, both of them did. Definitely Freud. Yeah. But I mean, he was. But he also he had. What's the other one that they used to use? They used to put it into the laudanum. They used it for the fucking.
They use it for everything.
The green fairy thing.
Yeah.
The absinthe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
absinthe. The absinthe in with the sugar. Yeah. They laudanum them into the sugar, and then they'd mix it in with the absinthe, and then they'd eat like a shooter.
The other thing about Sherlock Holmes is he didn't like women; he liked men.
Hey, you know what, though? When you think about it, the British Empire was at its most productive when the people were the most stoned.
Yep.
So...
Wait, are you saying they were the most productive when they were shipping all the opium to China?
But they were also consuming it.
Quite right.
They weren't just shipping it.
Savage, you're not quite right there. The British Empire was its most productive when the ruling class was stoned so we could get on with the fucking work.
Well, yeah, but most of the people were also drinking beer, and you had all these gin women. Like the gin wives.
Only down south.
Everyone was pissed up or off their heads on something.
Well, that's because there was no internet back then. They had to do something.
There was no clean water. They were shitting in their drinking water. Yeah, of course they were drunk.
Actually, no, they weren't. Drinking water was always been pretty good.
We were the ones who learnt about that, the cholera thing, because we recognized that
the Thames was pretty fucking dirty.
It was, but it was the Thames that found the problem with the cholera epidemics and things, because they recognized it came from a certain well, and so they shut down the well. So they then worked out that it was in the water supply. So it wasn't airborne; it was actually from water, and so. Yeah. They realized that they had to boil water and everything else. But everyone had been doing that anyway for years before. Yeah. I mean, all the steel workers used to get given beer. I mean, if you worked in a steel works in Sheffield, back in the... Yeah, exactly. You got, you had beer on tap.
Did you know that?
Everyone was wasted. Everyone was pissed.
Did you know?
I think I mentioned that yesterday, didn't I?
Did you know Queen Victoria used to take marijuana for her period pains?
That doesn't surprise me.
Well, the outlawing of marijuana, at least in America, was racism against the Mexican population, which smoked marijuana traditionally, and also a push by the the lumber corporations to ban the production of hemp. It was twofold, and that's why we ended up with illegal marijuana. But anyway, I'm making a fun stream into a serious one.
Yes, you
My
are.
apologies.
Oh, we
No, but actually, well, I mean, you're looking at hemp. I mean, you want to get stoned, just, you know, smoke the fucking Constitution, because that was printed on hemp.
Well,
You can't get stoned from hemp, dude. The male plant.
Oh,
will not
no,
get you
no,
stoned.
it depends on well, yeah, like you said, it depends on the plant itself. But, you know, I mean, it's not, well, the male plant or the female plant?
The male
hemp.
plant
I mean,
is for the production of hemp, and the female plant buds. And if you keep them separated, won't create seeds, and that is for consumption.
Well,
The male plant is for the cannabidiol or the medical medical marijuana.
I don't think it needs to be for medical reasons. I don't see any. I mean, nobody ever fucking robbed anybody for
the thing,
dope. You know, you might you steal from people if you wanted meth or you got one of those, like, you know, like a heroin addiction.
What I
But that's
understand,
the crime. The crime is robbing.
from what I understand, marijuana has the same kind of damage, the same damaging level of damage on the human body as alcohol does.
Well, that's sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Because I smoke weed and drink beer, so that's not good.
No, it doesn't. It couldn't possibly be, because marijuana is on the lungs and it's not on the liver. I mean, alcohol is.
Yes,
it does, but but they damage different organs.
No, I think what you're talking about is if you eat edibles, it changes within your liver and within.
Yeah, I said the same. I didn't say
it doesn't do that.
Cabbage. I didn't say it did the same damage. I said the same level of damage.
Well, maybe.
But do they have the same level of positive effects? Because drinking a little bit of alcohol will be good for you. Also, marijuana can have some effects.
What I'm trying to say is, use it moderately. It's not going to do you any harm.
Exactly. I mean, everything in moderation is perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
that's the whole point, isn't it? You know. I mean, you're going to die anyway, but at least have some fun along the way, you know, and just try and do it within.
I'm sorry, no,
within reason. Well, you will die, mate. I'm sorry.
Not
it's
unless somebody takes my head.
No, this is going to happen
be only
by
one.
natural causes.
There can be only one.
You are not the Highlander, mate.
I didn't say I was.
Now there is an 80s show I can get behind. Right there. I love Highlander.
The show came out.
The Highlander was. I mean, it was cheesy, but it was good.
The movie was 80s.
The
was
movie
90s.
was very well done. Then they made those fucking sequels. They should never have made those sequels.
I mean, the third one really went off the rails. I mean, the second one was, kind of okay.
No, it wasn't. The second one was the worst of the three.
No.
Season
Their own children. Do I have to put you in your corners?
Yes.
What?
Please discipline me.
No, no, well, we don't need any wham-splaining, thank you.
Yeah, what the fuck,
No
Batman? Is that how you talk? Is that how you talk to Catwoman? What the fuck's going on, dude?
Feminisms, thank you.
Ooh, you didn't see the picture I sent to him, did you, Mad?
No.
Which one?
Yeah,
is
I
it?
mean, when are you going to chip the crust off it?
Ouch. We were talking about Highlander, which is a great series. I like the series, and I enjoyed the movies.
The series.
No, fuck the series. I'm talking about the movies. The
series
show, the original.
I'm talking about the series. The series started off kind of all right, and gradually improved. It was real character development.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you're talking about the films.
The second one was horrible. I mean, they come from another planet, yet they've all got the same names they have on Earth.
I didn't like the coming from another planet thing, and I think they wiped that out in the third one, didn't they?
Yeah.
They kind of changed
Third-
it.
Exactly. The third one, they went completely, tom-toe.
Third one
I
was
mean, it
better
just
than
went
the
totally off the rails.
No, they didn't. They
No, I mean,
corrected
it
the
was a better
mistakes.
production. I agree with you.
better
They
film,
had a better.
better story.
I wouldn't say it was a better story. I just think they
It
had better
was. They
production
corrected the
value.
mistakes. They corrected the mistakes. They shouldn't have been aliens. That's
No.
stupid. They should have been immortals from
They kept the
Earth.
mysticism.
And
They kept the
Yeah.
mysticism.
Yeah. Yeah, but they tried to. Yeah, so they fucked up the war. I mean, the original one was a really good idea, and then
You know-
they
do you know
really
the
didn't know
biggest
what to do with
Hey,
it.
Cabbage, you know the biggest mistake of the second movie? They explained it. When you've got something mystical, you don't explain it. You hint at it. You keep the mystery. That's what makes it interesting. I mean,
Yeah, that
look,
makes
at,
sense,
look,
yeah.
look at Stargate
Yeah.
SG-1. The ancients were really interesting. Then they explained them. And they were
well, no,
boring.
I really want to talk about Stargate. I love that series. But first, I see a lot of new names in the chat. Maybe you subscribed and I didn't get the notification saying you did. Maybe you have it anonymous, but welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell.
Oh, now you're begging.
And like the video if you enjoy it.
Yeah, this is bad.
Okay. And by the way, and he's got a
Cabbage told me
Patreon
to
too.
do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
This
he's got a
is bad.
Patreon too.
Anybody that's a subscriber of mine, make sure to subscribe to him and check out his Patreon if you guys like this content. Seriously.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Copy.
There's-
You know what I always found funny about Stargate SG-1? The,
Go on.
the slaves of the gold were called Jaffa. Now,
Yes.
in the UK,
Yes.
Jaffa is a seedless orange.
It's a seedless
It's-
orange?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like infertile. I mean, that's what it means. It's kind of like if you're a Jaffa, it means that you can't get it up.
Yeah, well, you can get it up, but you're shooting blanks.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that with it.
And then there's also this confectionery we've got over here called Jaffa cakes.
Yes.
I would love to
I
see-
think they were. It was
Cabby,
Jafar.
I am
It was a hard A,
enjoying the
Jafar.
snorts.
I would love to send Christopher Judge a box of Jaffa cakes just to see his face.
Suck my orange. You seedless
Have
whore.
you ever seen any of the convention videos where they got Christopher Judge on them? He's a fucking nutcase.
Really? The guy that played fucking Teal'c, yeah, he's a nutcase.
Yeah, he's daft as a brushman.
You know, he's always kind of reminded me of Michael Dorn, the guy that played Worf. They always seem like the same character to me. Am I wrong there?
No, you're
Yeah,
totally wrong. I mean, you see all the other
Wait,
Klingons.
which actor are we talking about?
You see all
I'm
the other
saying-
Klingons in the next
I'm
generation, and they're party animals. Then you get Worf, who's a miserable
Yeah, but-
bastard.
Yeah.
But so is Teal'c. So is Teal'c. That's
No,
what I'm
he
saying.
wasn't, though.
No,
They're the same
Teal'c,
character.
no, Teal'c was more like Data.
Teal'c was just had this deadpan sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Because-
I've seen almost all of SG-1. I've seen all the movies they made afterwards, which are actually really good.
One thing that
Um,
amazed me about SG-1, it was, I mean, it's
Well, then
kudos.
you would know that Teal'c's character development throughout the
Oh,
story,
yeah.
like he's like, at first he's kind of mimicking humanity, and then he kind of gets it himself.
Yeah, but like you said, that's like Data, where he's trying to do these
yeah,
things.
but I mean, even from
Yeah,
the
but he
get-go,
always caught me
he
as
always had this-
brooding and angry, and that's like
He always had this sly sense of humor about him, though, even from the get-go.
one of the best ones that people don't ever talk about is Caprica. I thought Caprica was a really good
Never
fucking...
saw it.
You got to check it out. It's really good.
I
I know it's a little bit tedious in places.
I was
Wow.
actually impressed.
I mean, the
by-
concept is really solid.
I was actually
That
impressed by
does.
Krypton.
I got the
I
concept. The execution just wasn't there, though.
I just wanted to say
Have
we
any of you
got,
seen-
we
have
got
any of you
12
seen Krypton?
likes and 10 people watching. That is fucking awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
no
that
need
is
for
true.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. The Setish gods knows.
Yeah, I mean, there are only 7 billion people on the planet, and we got 10 people who give a shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Brilliant.
That's still fucking.
And 6 of them
Dude,
are actually
I never
talking
know.
at the moment.
There might be.
Let's put it into context, right?
No.
There's only 4
Cabbage, I
watching.
love your cynicism. I just love it. Somebody,
No, it's
No.
not cynicism. That's called reality, mate. That's just
You never
fucking
know.
statistical reality.
Donald Trump could be watching this stream right now and going,
Highly
Yeah,
probably
probably.
doubt that.
Yeah,
This is
and I think he.
We
And
got
And he's
more
got
chance
some
of
tweeting
Russian.
about
He's
it
got
tomorrow.
some
shit
Russian.
right
He's got some Russian chicks pissing on him right now as we speak.
No. Actually, it's the Russian Sheila that's watching this. It's Trump that's in the background.
wait a minute, Cabbage, did MC leak that dossier to you too?
Damn
never mind.
it! I gave it away.
Yes, you did.
Damn.
The one thing that annoyed me.
I'm gonna have to leave MI6.
One of the things that annoyed me about SG1 in the latest series was Amanda Tapping's character. Kudos to her because she kept the character interesting, but they turned her into a goddamn Mary Sue. And they'll give her more and more credit for starting up the Stargate program.
Well, the thing that I really liked about Amanda Tapping's character is that at the beginning, she did the stereotypical, just because I got boobs doesn't mean da-da-da-da-da-da. And then later on, they did that episode where they were having flashbacks, but they're all puppet characters. And then they reenacted that bit just to take the piss out of it.
Oh, no. The worst thing Amanda Tapping ever did was it was in Sanctuary. And she ended up having to do the lesbian scene when they were in this airport or something. And she suddenly decides, out of nowhere, she suddenly starts kissing this chick,
Yeah, but everyone wanted to see that.
Weird.
But
I mean, it's cool, but you know what I mean. It's like that's like total sellout because the only reason that she did it was so that it was going to get some
for the fans.
Well, no, just it was like it was meant to be kind of like shock, like a shock value thing.
Apparently, that wasn't actually her character. That was some evil doppelganger taking her place, from what I've been told by someone who watches it.
Well, I thought the shock value of her character, and that was the shitty British accent that she had. The shocking British accent she had.
You want a shitty British accent? Watch The Flash. They had Katie Sackhoff on there trying to do an English accent. Sharks.
Oh, come on. If you want bad, you can't go better than Dick Van Dyke. Okay, you've got to go back to that. That's the original.
Well, real quick, I'm looking at the chat, and
excuse me, I'm dying.
That changes pretty quickly. He was brooding in the pilot, but not after that. No, I think Teal'c was brooding quite a few times after that, actually. Especially when you get later in the seasons and he has to go back to his home world and the shit with his kid and his wife and all that.
No, Teal'c is basically just a whiny bitch the whole way through.
I don't think he was.
I don't. Well, when was the time when he ever actually, was happy or did
his
anything,
relationship? His relationship with his son kind of mirrors Worf's relationship with Alexander, for example.
Only it was better done.
I think Teal'c's was better done. I think they really messed up with the Worf angle on Alexander on TNG. I would agree with that. Definitely. But I am a sci-fi nerd, and I can talk about this. And
they spent too
bring
much
up some
time
examples,
talking.
damn it.
They spent too much time talking on TNG.
What's happening, by the way? Has anyone heard anything? There's something being said about that Patrick Stewart's going to do a new...
Yes.
Star Trek.
It's going to be in Discovery, apparently.
No, it's not going to be.
Oh God!
It's not going to be in Discovery. No, the thing is, okay. So
Alex in the next Red Dwarf.
Well, Alex Kurtzman was...
that would be brilliant. I'd love to see fucking Patrick Stewart in Red Dwarf.
I actually
that
know.
Would be fucking hilarious.
I actually know what the news is about this, actually, and the kids are going to start crying. So I want to spit it out really quick. Okay. So Alex Kurtzman was picked up for a 5-year contract with CBS. There is supposedly 5 Star Trek series in the works, counting Discovery. So that's 4 new ones. One will be
hang on. Are you saying 5 series?
Wait a minute. No, let me spit this out.
Let him finish.
No,
Is it
5 series.
episodes
Let me
or
spit
series?
this out.
Let him finish.
The twins are right behind me, guys. They'll start screaming on the mic. Let me finish real quick. One of them is supposedly animated. Another is a limited run miniseries. That's where I think Patrick Stewart will end up. Another is a Starfleet Academy show ran by the people that created Gossip Girl. That sounds like a stupid idea.
Yeah.
I think that's going to flop. And the last one, other than Discovery, they're not really talking about.
So they are basically, there's 5 franchises that have gone out, and they're going to Gossip Girls, and I mean, it's like a pick and mix.
Yeah.
Well, what are they doing with it?
They've already done with Star Trek Discovery. They've already done STD. So is that 5th one just going to be flat out called venereal disease?
STD, yes, exactly.
Star Trek syphilis.
Star Trek herpes.
No, Star Trek chlamydia.
Star Trek chlamydia.
Do you know what I wish would happen? I wish we'd get the conglomerate of some millionaire Star Trek fans who take Paramount to court and overturn the rules on the fan films. Because some of those fan films were very well done.
Renegades was bad fucking ass. Renegades is what the marquee should have been in DS9.
I'm
telling you.
Star Trek chlamydia to boldly go where a lot of people have gone before.
After I watch the show, do I have to have a fucking big ass shot in my ass?
You know why it was called 7 of 9, don't you? Because it was 7 of 9 at a time.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just like that joke. 9 out of 10 people don't. 9 out of 10 people enjoy a gang rape.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
It's also like that other joke. Yeah, try 7 Up.
Everyone knows that 7 of 9.
That's a Gary Glitter joke, isn't it?
The majority of people watch Star Trek Voyager because of 7 of 9. Everyone knows that. It's not like it's a secret. She was wank matter.
Yeah, they sure as shit weren't going over fucking the menopause.
Yeah, from the neck downwards.
It wasn't for the storyline. It was for the eye candy.
Yeah, and her Borg implants, we know.
Yeah. And everyone wanted to give her a damn good implanting, didn't they?
She was in another science fiction show quite a few years before Voyager, called Dark Skies. She played a Russian intelligence agent, and she was flat-chested.
Yeah. She was, that's true.
And she still had this harsh, angular face. I never thought she was pretty, good-looking at all, really.
I had a similar.
No, she always looks like a bit of a dominatrix.
I like that. I know simulator.
Dominatrix.
All she needed is broad shoulders and a mustache, and she's a guy.
Whatever. I'll tell you what. Everybody hated Deanna Troi, but when I was 14, I would have loved the 9/11.
I loved Deanna Troi.
No, I fucking hated Deanna Troi because all she ever did was like, "Oh well, I've got an emotion. I've got a feeling."
Captain, I'm feeling sensing hostility from that other ship. No shit, Council. Was that when the fight?
Maybe that's why that's because he just fucking shot at us.
Captain, I'm feeling some tension in your situation. Never mind.
Yeah.
You've got
Honestly.
you've got to
No, I like your hair.
You've got to give Marina what?
And she's gonna have a massive furry muff, right? She's got like a jungle.
No. Actually, she's an alien, so she hasn't even got human female parts down there. It's a snake.
No, it's a mouth with jaws.
No, it's a snake with teeth.
Deanna Troi, no. You know what Deanna Troi reminded me of? It's the fucking quota system, right? We have to have some women. All right. Oh fuck. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Well, some chick who claims that she can, that she can, work out the feels of people.
Well, actually,
so we'll
you want to talk about some real Star Trek shit? Okay. The person who played Deanna Troi tried out for fucking Tasha Yar. And the chick that played Tasha Yar tried out for Deanna Troi. Could you imagine that switch up? I think they cast it correctly.
Yeah, they did.
That would have been weird.
And have you ever seen her
I don't think that,
on the convention setting? She's fucking mental as well.
Yeah, but what I don't get, right, if you see Tiana Troy, right, you see there's seats. You got 3 seats in the, in the control room, and you got Deanna Troy who's there, like on an equal parlay with, an actual STEM person, the person who's doing the science shit, and then you got this chick who just fucking moans about feelings.
Well, she's
she's
a Starfleet counselor, and to get to that qualification, she'll have had to go through medical school in total. She could probably do a medical doctor's job, and she also does as a science officer as well. So,
then again, being an American,
there's nothing to say.
She could have just gone on a summer camp.
Yes, actually,
no, exactly.
It came up with a few
There's no
times.
evidence of her doing anything remotely.
Actually, no.
All she ever does is
in the show.
Yeah, well, if it did, I missed it. And
Well, you were too busy looking at her tits.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah, it's like you probably missed the whole storyline of Gilligan's Island. You probably don't even know they tried to get off the island. You were looking at fucking Marianne.
Oh, actually,
I was fucking ginger.
I'm not a pedophile.
Are we still on this topic?
God, can you remember Baywatch where the cast of Gilligan's Island showed up and they ended up back on the island?
No, did you see the movie where they got off the island? I've seen that movie.
Pirate!
That movie was awesome.
Baywatch, I do. It does ring a bell somewhere.
I don't like reality shows, but I did like one reality show. Only one reality show. It was the real life Gilligan's Island, where they put people in the role of each character, and they had to have stupid challenges to get off the island. That was the best reality show idea ever, and they should bring that back.
We've had that for years.
Bear Grylls shits on that. 2 dirty, great big groups of Sheilas on an island. They had to fend for themselves, and they were all fucked. They got lost within a couple of hours.
It was only one group of Sheilas, and they ended up in 2 groups because one
that's right. Yeah.
got lost.
Yeah.
And within the first day, the men's island, they built a fucking shelter. They were organising the jobs and everything.
This is it. They were fishing, and everyone was actually quite happy, and they were enjoying a fucking island, paradise. And the women were just sitting there bitching at each other.
I don't know what the pirate is.
So stupid.
A wild Dargan
One of them was so stupid.
Okay.
Oh, a wild Dargan. I'm a more civilized. Don't you see? I have a hat.
I have to be this dick. So, are you going to tell us about, the Lord and Savior Darwin, wearing your fedora?
Yes, and also I will tell you all about how Star Trek is more superior than Star Wars.
And we're on the same side. We're on the same side. Yeah, fuck Star Wars.
Yes.
Han Solo was a dirtbag.
Have you noticed?
Everybody knows it.
Oh, have you noticed there's a huge difference between Star Trek fans and Star Wars fans? Most Star Trek fans like Star Trek. Most Star Trek fans like Star Wars, right? But no Star Wars fan likes Star Trek, and they hate Star Trek fans.
Yeah, and there's a good reason, because it's a fucking socialist plot. I mean, everything to do with it is just pure socialism.
Don't give me that shit.
Pure socialism. It's a communist thing. Everything is about.
Wait a minute. No. I've seen almost every Star Trek episode, and you and I could talk about Star Trek for hours. Are you telling me you don't watch Star Trek, you dick? Don't fucking do that shit. Don't fuck around.
But I recognize it for what it is. Yeah, but I recognize it for what it is. It's not.
It's not. It's entertainment. That's all.
But it's still fucking socialist.
It's
totally fucking Marxist. It's yeah, exactly. But it's entertainment. But it is Marxist.
It is.
Last time I checked, it was just a fucking TV show.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, yeah, but the message it's presenting, like the idea that I mean, everybody's working on credits, so you have so many.
Cabbage. Sometimes the story is just a story.
I know, and sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Okay, I get that point, and that's the reason that I can enjoy it, right? And but also, Star Wars. I don't like that after the third. I mean, really, I don't like the third episode, and everything else was shite anyway. You know, the first two were kind of an interesting story. I mean, the original two, not. I mean, like the fourth and fifth, I guess. God, fucking.
Yeah, no, the original trilogy, the original trilogy.
Yeah, the original.
Yes, the originals.
Well, here's
yes, I mean,
used to call it episode 4.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Well, exactly.
This is why I'm tired of the prequels for Star Trek. You know what I want to see after DS9? I want to see after the Dominion War, the aftermath and the build towards a capitalist society. Look how DS9 played out.
Exactly.
Look how they portrayed the Ferengi.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
The G model Enterprise.
If there was a show set in the original series era, what I would have liked to see was one set in the mirror universe.
Yes, but the thing is, DS9 is not a Gene Roddenberry.
No, you wanted me to speak about Dawkins. Well,
no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I had to get my tobacco pipe out, and
Can you put it back?
Yes. Nobody asked.
Are you going to censor me, good sir?
You look like a gay private eye.
We just hope that you're going to censor yourself.
In fact, that hat looks too small for your head.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get hats.
Yeah, well, you know, charity shops are not what they used to be.
Damn it! How dare you go out of character? No, you fucked up the whole immersion. I'm out of it now.
No. What fucked up the whole immersion was my my tobacco pipe going out. So give me about 2 seconds and let me light it. Let me light it good and proper.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to get extra dapper. Yeah.
No, vape with a fedora. Yeah. Do the whole 9 yards.
No. You can't vape. Vapes are out of the question with a person that does classic fedoras.
Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
Hey, Cabbage. Let's see if I can trigger your memory, yeah?
Go on. Try. Oh, Thunderbirds.
No.
No?
No. On the right track, but
well,
no.
It wasn't Terrorhawks.
No, it's definitely not Terrorhawks.
Thunderbirds. Oh, there was an equivalent of Thunderbirds.
The second time as Thunderbirds.
It was, yeah.
The sub one. There was a submarine one, wasn't there?
No, it wasn't.
Oh God! Now I do know now what you mean, and because there was two of them running side by side.
The early 2000s, they made a remake of this one.
One was on BBC and one was on ITV.
Oh, my dear,
did you really just burn yourself?
Oh fuck! That's gonna piss me off if you don't tell me.
It's the...
No,
that's how you stoke it.
It's like I know that.
Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet!
One,
Holy shit! Yes, of course. Yeah, and the Mysterons.
Yeah. I had you know those Specsavers adverts. I had a great idea for a Specsavers advert. Now you get the two little circles of light from the Mysterons going across the floor, right? And you get the Mysteron said delivering this threat. And when it pulls out, you get this middle-aged married couple watching these fucking eyes going across the living room. They get the ding, 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 ding. Should have gone to Specsavers.
I don't think most people would get the fucking message, but it would be interesting.
Well, let Holmes talk before he dies on that tobacco. I don't know what's going on.
I just want to see him puff himself to death.
Yes, indeed.
No, I'm sure. Show yourself
I was
what
going to say how secular morality is the only thing that is existent, and well.
Yeah, so there was Dr. Watson with his trousers down his ankles.
Sorry, was that an attempt at an English accent?
Well, here's a fun fact. I currently work for a tobacco company.
Oh, really?
Thank you for smoking.
Brilliant.
Yep. It's called the Tobacco Station. The Tobacco Station Group, and the store in the town where I'm living that I'm working at, next door is the Salvation Army Citadel.
And you know that there's many different types of tobacco. Like now, I'm currently smoking on a Turkish blend, which is it's a mild to light.
It's a very offensive blend. It's very offensive.
Yeah,
I actually like Turkish with West Virginia. Like whenever it's mixed like that.
It was a camel that was fed on the finest hay.
I'm about to smoke a cigarette which I'm rolling with Golden Virginia.
Yeah, well, where this shop is in town, right? There's fucking the Salvation Army Citadel's next door. So I keep telling everybody, right next door to the Festival of Life, there's the Merchant of Death.
Nice. Yeah. So Dr. Watson's standing there, bent forward, his underpants, his pants around his ankles, and Sherlock Holmes is there, rubbing something on the backside, and Watson looks at him and goes, "Oh, I say, Holmes, why are you rubbing that citrus fruit into my backside?" And Holmes goes, "Lemon entry, my dear Watson, lemon entry."
That is an old joke. You are.
It's Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
It's Leviosa.
Garbage. Seriously, the problem with your put downs is they take half an hour.
Leviosa.
They take less time than your fucking punchlines.
That's because my punchlines are funny compared to your put downs.
That's because he never gets to finish the fucking joke.
But a put down isn't meant to be funny. It's just an observation.
Yes, I agree with Bassad.
There you are.
Yes.
Well,
very nice.
It's my time.
Can we all be civilized, please?
Yes, indeed.
Civilized, you?
You're barely
the one from the civilized country.
Yes. I'm going to have some tea later. Yes.
What are you?
Later.
Did you fucking?
He's having tea now. He takes one drink of beer and one drink of tea.
Tea time now.
Exactly.
I thought I was supposed to go to a Weatherspoons, you know.
I'm sorry, but I did you like graduate from
what is
the
a
Dick Van Dyke fucking School of English?
You're right.
Where is the accent you're coming from?
Just imagine that. You're right, Mary Poppins, and now mistake.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's a Dick Van Dyke School of English.
That's the
parody on the internet.
That's the reason why I'm parodying.
The weird thing about that is in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, he did another English accent, but it was quite reasonable.
Yep. But everybody likes to take the piss out of the Mary Poppins one. Jiminy, Jiminy, Jim. I does what I likes, and I likes
what I do. Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. He did make a fucking ass of himself.
Yeah.
So there's no surprise that people laugh at it.
Yeah, but Dick Van Dyke has charm, so he gets a pass. Everybody likes.
Well, it's because everyone likes the little cartoon things that were included with it.
No, it's because everybody likes Dick Van Dyke.
Well, it was a good film. It was a good film. It was a great, it was a good film, and
it's amazing. Like if Dick Van Dyke were to have a YouTube video, he would be censored on the spot just because of his name.
Yep.
He'd just be vain.
Dick Van Dyke is amazing. I don't care if he made an ass out of himself with his fucking accent.
Well, I mean, they still censor Rob Dyke, and Rob Dyke, that's his actual fucking name. That sucks.
Yeah, but somebody's pointing out because they tested different, because of the algorithm thing, and so they tried different stuff, and there was a video about it. They went out and they were using like the old names like Fanny Craddock and things like that, and they ended up, how many channels ended up just getting blocked because of the titles.
Fanny Craddock, isn't that a condition that women get when they stand too close to the sink or something like that?
Yeah, and it also used to be a chef.
Yes.
Bottom reference. Fanny Craddock, isn't that the thing that women get when they stand too close to the sink?
That was a real person.
Yeah.
Oh no! The Sydney 2000 Olympics. The Sydney 2000 Olympics. There was a Sheila from America whose no shit name was Misty Hyman.
You
have to be fucking with me on that one.
No shit. Look her up.
Back in my day, gender fluids was something I would spray over your mom.
What I can't get over is
God, no.
What's next? Moist vagina.
What I can't get over is that 1950s American show, Leave It to Beaver. Now, the main character is Beaver Cleaver. They had to.
Fuck, I've got to check that one out. I definitely have to.
You know, yeah, Misty Hyman, check her out. 2000 Olympics.
Misty Hyman.
Yeah, I was laughing the whole fucking time too. It made it worse that she won a few things too, because that meant that her name was mentioned.
So, how many commentators piss themselves?
Yeah, we'll call her sloppy cunt.
God.
Well, you can't call her sloppy cunt. All right. What about pussy cunt? You can't call her that. All right. Misty Hyman. That'll do.
Oh my God.
Misty Hyman.
Well, it's better than, like, oozing vulva.
What's more hairy than
It makes it worse if she's a swimmer.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
What's more hairy than Kate's bush? Yana's vent.
No. Oozing Vulva. Is that a new punk rock band?
Yeah, it is.
We're oozing vulva. We're here to rock.
If it wasn't for that, it's not that bad looking either.
Hello, Pennsylvania.
God damn.
We are currently in the city of brotherly love. We are oozing vulva.
Oh.
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
I wish I was still young enough to get married, because I would change my surname to Buttocks. I would get married, and I would make damn sure that my wife had a daughter who I will name Incontinentia.
Incontinentia Buttocks.
Yes, he's got a wife.
She has a wife, you know.
Wait until Biggest Diggest hears of this.
She has a wife, you know.
He has a wife.
She's called Incontinentia.
Buttocks.
Incontinentia Buttocks.
God, take this away.
Throw him to the ground, Centurion.
No. They need to have more people to do comedy like that now.
Yeah,
they really do.
It's
no one
banned.
does it anymore.
No, because nobody has the license to do it now.
Oh, you couldn't get away with that. I mean, look at all the comedians who are now complaining that they couldn't do the stuff that they used to do. I mean, nobody can do anything. Yeah, anyone. Doesn't matter. I mean, look at Roy Chubby Brown, right? Roy Chubby Brown. I mean, most Americans, they would get arrested. Oh, he would. He would. He'd be banged up. I mean, especially the stuff that he did, regarding like Muslims and things like that. Roy Chubby Brown can't get a fucking booking.
Well, how does Jimmy Carr still get a gig?
No, because Jimmy Carr is a BBC lovey.
He's not that much. He's a fucking hot comedian. I mean, have you seen any of his live shows on YouTube?
He actually goes and makes a point of fucking trying to offend everybody.
Yeah. Especially when he gets a heckler. He takes hecklers apart like savagely.
Oh yeah, they're the best kind of heckles ever, man.
Yeah, but the thing is,
they're fun.
I mean, it's humor. I mean, it's very kind of like, I don't know. It isn't the edgy that he thinks it is. Like if you look at like Roy Chubby Brown, or you look at Jim Dawson or someone like that, I mean, they're really sort of like chipping at the edges. I mean,
all right. Well, what about these jokes? It's like here's a good pickup line. Does this rag smell of chloroform to you? Or what about this one? Let's not turn this rape into a murder.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's about as fucking edgy as you can get, pretty much.
He was getting this heckler who's taking the piss out and goes, "Oh, yeah, your mum told me you'd be here." Well, she tried to, but she had.
I wasn't the only one there.
Yeah,
and she did have a mouthful.
Yeah, and she had to turn around.
Oh no, he does know how to deal with hecklers. There's no doubt about that. I mean, there's fucking heckles, galore on YouTube. You can,
Oh, yeah.
he's a good comedian, but the thing is, he's very. I mean, people think that he's kind of dangerous.
Oh,
Now,
cabbage.
if you look at who was the guy who got kind of thrown off the BBC? But the Scottish.
Oh,
comedian.
Frankie Boyle.
Yeah, Frankie Boyle, right? I mean, now there you're seeing somebody, right? And it was the only time when Mock the Week was any good whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right, was when he was on it. I mean, Dennis is kind of funny when he does his voiceovers and things like that, but they're all pre-scripted anyway. I mean, but the rest of it was pretty fucking, useless. But Frankie Boyle actually made the thing, kind of edgy. It gave it some kind of, slant.
I like
some
Jack D.
fucked up shit.
I like Jack D. Jack
D. Well, he was really good at one point. Then he became kind of mainstream, when the BBC and he went, and then he kind of rebelled against the bullshit. And he, weirdly enough, he got good again after he'd gone up to the Edinburgh Festival. He went back to his roots.
Real
he started
quick,
actually
guys.
getting some grassroots support.
Real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to Tiger Lily. She donated $5 on Streamlabs. I really appreciate it. And don't mind him burping. I'm sure that wasn't timed that way.
Yes, it was. It was timed
I really
perfectly.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Fucking Rick and Morty.
I hope he tries it again and vomits all over his computer.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
A
That
follow-through.
was pretty rude. I was shouting out somebody who donates money, and you're like burping all over the microphone.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, say it. No, but say it again, mate, so that doesn't happen. You don't have
all right.
that
Yeah. Yeah, Tiger Lily, thank you very much for the $5 donation via Streamlabs. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much.
Not fucking Bob Geldof's daughter, is it?
Yes, being
God,
really being deviant now.
Tiger Lily is a Tiger Lily.
Paulie Yates should have been fucking horsewhipped for what she named those kids. I mean, Peaches, I think Tiger Lily was one of them. Heavenly Hirani.
Yes, but they're also adults now, and they are allowed to change their names by default or whatever. So they don't have to keep them.
Who's hammering something?
That'd be one of my rude ass fucking neighbours.
Oh, well, you are. It's not them. It's not them.
That's one heavy pussy.
Right. It's not those Fletcher kids from the caravan park, is it?
Oh no, yeah, the young couple next door. Yeah, the young couple next door that just moved in. Yeah, they film pornos every night. They don't know that, of course, but yeah.
That's not cool.
I probably shouldn't have said that so loud either.
Big Brother is watching takes on a whole new meaning in Australia.
Oh, I'm better. I'm better. I admit it. If you're in Australia, you either live in Ramsey Street or in Summer Bay.
Ramsey.
That's Avalon in Sydney. I've actually been to the place where they fucking filmed that joint.
Hey, the CRS-15 is launching.
Fucking neighbours. I remember watching that when it was Kylie Minogue.
Oh, Kylie Monotone.
Yeah. Jason Donovan and Kylie Minogue. And
Jason
Mangle.
Dunnyvan. Yeah, Jason Dunnyvan and Kylie Minogue.
No, Kylie Monotonous. Hey, is it me or do the Minogue sisters look like their mother got raped by Mr. Ed?
Probably.
Yes, they're definitely looking a little bit creepy.
Of course.
Yeah, you know why Danny's career didn't take off?
Come on.
Because she didn't sing the song properly. It was supposed to be "This is shit," and everyone figured it out before she got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is shit.
Bad.
When you look at Australian soap operas in the 80s, they didn't take themselves seriously at all, did they?
No, they didn't. Yeah, you remember that? What was that prison one?
Prisoner. Well, you guys know it as Cell Block H, but it was Prisoner.
No.
Yeah, Cell Block H. That's it. Yeah, but all the walls fucking wobbled. You know what I mean? They closed the door and the walls were wobbling. It's like, that's hardly a fucking prison, is it?
We used to call it Writer's Block H. She had that one. She had this Australian accent until somebody mentioned she was an American, and she put on this bad American accent for about 2 lines.
Oh, I don't remember that bit.
The Sheila who played Ferguson, right? The freak.
Yes. Basically the rampant dyke.
Yeah, she was she played a lesbian that fucking molested people. She's actually been arrested. Like, this actually happened like about 5 or 6 years ago. She got arrested because back in the day, she actually took a young girl to her house and molested her.
I can believe
in real life.
Well, there's no surprise there, then, is there?
She looked like Matt Hammond from Skippy.
Well, colour me surprised. Fucking hell, of course. I mean, she played a fucking dyke. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. There is absolutely no surprise on that one.
I used to like.
Well, where's the hashtag Me Too with the when the lesbians go off the fucking radar?
I used to like a country practice and the Flying Doctors because they didn't take
Flying Doctors. Yeah, but that was kind of
so serious. I mean, the country.
Yeah, but that was shit. That was shit to watch when you had a few drinks and you just wanted to.
Does he ever shut up?
We used to fucking call that a cunt for practice.
You know Cabbage better than that. You know he doesn't.
I know, but sometimes when you mention it to him, he does out of embarrassment.
No, not really.
Cabbage generally, what you sound like to me is one of these old guys in a retirement home. Yes, I remember the days back in the Raj.
Batman, didn't you say earlier today that you were born before Cabbage?
I know, that's the frightening thing.
There you go. Oh, and the thing is, I'm not complaining about anything at the moment. I'm just pointing. We're just talking about stuff
for strange reasons.
Hey, you see, well, I think you're projecting. I think you're projecting your own insecurity.
How was the weather today?
My own insecurities.
It was very nice.
It was very nice. You want to talk about the weather for an hour?
No need for that. Thank you.
I've got to go out and shout at the cloud.
It's fucking hot up here. It's fucking hot in England. It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot.
I
don't understand. I don't understand why British people
in the southern hemisphere. Wait, I forget. Damn, you're not in Australia. It doesn't exist.
What is it so fascinating about the British accent that foreigners have to try and impersonate them?
Oh, we like to impersonate everything. They even impersonate fucking
badly.
The thing is, though, Yanks always impersonate Australians as New Zealanders, though. They can never get that accent right.
You're not the same.
Go on. Yanks often mistake Cockneys for Aussies.
Oh, speaking of that,
Farty, you're not a Kiwi.
No, when you try to impersonate a Kiwi, you end up sounding like a Canadian. I mean, they have no idea.
What do pufters in England use for laundry detergent?
Go on.
Oh no.
Huh?
Do you know why Australians call their favourite drink Forex?
Why?
It's because I can't spell beer.
Hey, you know why we don't drink Fosters?
Come on.
Because we're not dumb cunts.
I'm still trying to get that detergent thing. What was
you know why I don't drink Fosters?
Omo, O-M-O, Omo, get it? British pufters, Omo.
Yeah, well, what is... What?
That's right. You're not domesticated. That's right. You wouldn't know what the fuck laundry detergent was.
Well, no, I do, but I've never heard of one called Omo. We have things like Persil and more.
Well, invest in a fucking TV and watch some friggin' ads.
Well, why a TV? Why a TV? You're British.
I've never seen Omo advertised any time in my life.
Neither have I.
Well, next time you go to fucking Tesco's, keep your eyes open.
We don't get Omo over here.
No, sorry, mate. It's an erroneous reference, mate. Sorry, mate.
Ask your butler. Ask G.
Oh God, there was this Australian public service film for British tourists into Australia, and it's about the differences between brands. And you got this guy in hospital crying his eyes out, and he and in Australia, there's different names for different things. Like, for instance, Durex. In the UK, it's a condom. Over here in Australia, it's what you would call sellotape.
That's true. It's saran wrap. Get it right.
Well, it used to be called
Christ.
Cling film.
No, it's a Mars bar wrapper.
Hello. How are you?
Lol.
Holy
Got
moly.
it.
Oh,
I saw the Virgin Mary in a piece of toast this morning, and I thought of you.
Hey, I saw Mama kick
Jesuit.
Santa Claus in his Christmas balls last night.
I think you better see a psychiatrist if you're seeing Virgin Mary's and pieces of toast.
Would it make more sense if it was in a tortilla?
I saw the Virgin Mary. I saw the Virgin Mary, and she had her period. Like it was a statue.
Why is she still
Oh, wait,
called
that was an episode of South Park. My bad.
Why is she still called the Virgin Mary anyway? Because she had children after Jesus.
Yeah, well, fucking, I got kicked
Because
out
she
of
was
religious.
a virgin when she had him, you prick. When you at least get the story right.
When you
Hang on, are you serious? I don't remember this. Did
It depends
Jesus
on the
have,
depends on the
No,
version.
hang on.
It depends on the version you read. Some
Did
some
Jesus
versions
have
say
brothers?
Some versions say that Jesus was an only child. Some say that he had a brother.
Yeah.
A brother, I heard two brothers, but
I got kicked out.
And there's also confusion on whether they mean.
Hey, here's an interesting one for you. All of humanity, according to Christianity, are the children of God. God had sex with Mary to produce Jesus. Incest confirmed.
Yeah, right.
Nah, I got kicked out of religious class in high school over that.
No, it's inevitable, isn't it? Because if you are the father of creation, then everything you do is going to be insemination of, your own creation.
I've got
so
one
it's
for you
inherently incest.
I've got one for you. You know the Judas Iscariot in that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the Romans did not know what Jesus looked like, right?
Yeah.
So I figure Judas and Jesus hatched a plan, to get money off the Romans for their cause. So Judas says, I'll deliver Jesus on you. How will we know it's Jesus? Right, he'll be the one I kiss. So meet in the Gardens of Gethsemane at night, right? And Judas goes up, this perfect stranger, and plonks a big wet one on him. The Romans drag him away. They're not going to, of course you're not Jesus. Judas gets the 30 pieces of silver, halves it with Jesus. He
was Jew. He was a Jew. So
he gets some numpty, hangs him. Everybody thinks Judas has killed himself. Judas buggers off somewhere else, and then they put some dead body in the
back
cave.
a few days later, opens the cave.
Yeah,
So
look,
you're
I'll
saying
come back from the dead.
it was Brian that got killed instead of Jesus then? So.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, no, you can believe it. I mean, the Jewish people, they're fucking devious. They
I
don't
want to
anything
know
for a fucking shekel.
if Jesus was the Messiah, how come the Romans weren't aware of who he was? That's kind of odd, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
They were aware, and I
I
showed you proof, and I showed you a link, and you told me I was stupid and argued for 4 hours. No, the thing is, Jesus was a real man. Was he necessarily?
In all seriousness,
because Jesus did what? What did they say in the gospel? They say he went into the temple and overthrew the fucking tax collectors.
Yeah, well,
wait a minute. God damn it.
Why is it that every time Mo comes in here, we end up in religious arguments?
What happened in the Roman text? They said
I don't even think I brought it up.
Themselves a Messiah. Tried to fight the tax collectors, and we crucified him.
Yeah, the thing is, though,
exactly what he did, and they crucified him at the same time that they say it happened. And you want to tell me it never happened because they didn't say Jesus? If they thought he was a Messiah, they don't want a martyr.
Anyway,
I'm not disputing that. More evidence. There were a whole lot of people going around claiming they were messiahs. The only way anybody is going to answer the question if there was a Jesus or not is if somebody invents a time machine and goes back.
He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
I mean, there might well have been a Jesus.
No, you're totally right, and that's why they didn't list names, because they didn't want to martyr these people. But the thing is, though, they explained exactly what the biblical text says Jesus did in his charges for execution. And that is what I'm pointing out. Did they say his name? No, they didn't. And they didn't want to. Just like, did they show pictures of Osama bin Laden dead? No, they didn't. They threw him overboard. Why? They didn't want a martyr. Same principle.
Something funny you got to look up on YouTube is a guy called Jay Epps, and he's got this series called Unsecured Coins. And in one of his episodes, he goes and draws out all of what Jesus did in his time. And if he did it nowadays, how much he'd be in shit for, how many fines and how much jail time he'd actually get.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not going to make fun or anything.
Possibly.
I want to ask you a question.
Before you do, I want you to understand. I was raised Catholic, but I am pretty much agnostic and
atheist. You already answered my question.
Yeah.
You have a reservation.
I am saying there is proof of the man existing. I'm not saying he's the son of God. That is two different arguments.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Bull takes the side where there is no proof he never existed. Well, give me a fucking break, man. There's smoke when there's fire, and
yes,
they
it doesn't
created a whole
matter.
entire religion on him.
I don't give a shit about Jesus.
He lived.
Because,
Whether he lived or not, it's not even important.
Exactly.
I
don't give a shit about. Look, no, it's not, because who cares whether Jesus or? I mean, if you're going to talk about it, you got to go back to the core of it. And it's like, do you believe in some disembodied, supreme being that is omnipotent and omnipresent?
Here we go, gathering nuts in May, nuts in May, nuts in May.
Sorry, am I not allowed to contribute?
Oh, don't start that, Cabbage. You're allowed to contribute.
Well, apparently not.
I'm just growing bored with the topic.
I don't even know how.
I asked the question. I thought it was a fairly relevant one. It wasn't like I was fucking just going off on, on a trail.
Sorry, Cabbage, I was being a cunt. I apologize.
And I just am a cunt.
We don't want
nothing more.
You have one.
Cabbage, I'm actually being sincere. I apologize.
Yeah, and you know what you can do with it?
I'm being sincere.
Yeah, and you know what you can do with it?
You've hurt your feelings now.
Yeah. Since when does Batman apologize for shit? He fucked Catwoman. He didn't apologize.
Look, if he ever had
Catwoman,
if he ever had an answer sincerity,
I
believe it.
Yeah, that's a better fucking prize right there. He got Talia al Ghul.
Right.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I mean, I'm an agnostic atheist. That's how I class myself when it comes to religion. But, you've got to realize, you've got to understand. Christianity formed pretty much molded the civilization we're in now. It is responsible for a lot of what we take for granted now, whether you believe in it or not.
Oh no,
yeah.
I'm not arguing for a god or against a god or Christ or anything. I'm just saying the historical effect Christianity's had.
Absolutely, yeah. But I mean, the WASPs, right? White Anglo-Saxon Protestants. I mean, that's what basically created the Western society. I mean, that's
The
just a fact. That's a fact of life.
No, it's
that's
not.
No,
it's not. That's not a fact. No,
Batman, I call bullshit.
My Catholic up.
Really? Okay. So the African. Okay. So the Africans created Western society.
No, Catholicism.
No. I call bullshit on Batman's agnostic atheist.
Why?
Because how can you believe in something and not believe in something at the same time?
What?
I believe.
You don't understand what agnostic means.
An agnostic means that I don't believe until there's proof.
No, Batman. Let me take this one real quick. Not for you personally, but for me. What I consider agnostic is I don't know the answer. I do not actively believe, nor do I pray or worship. Therefore, I'm agnostic. That is my definition. I don't know if it's Batman's, but go ahead, Batman. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Right, the way I look at it, an agnostic atheist is somebody who does not believe in a god, rather than an anti-theist who believes there is no god, because one's a lack of belief, one's a belief.
Yes.
If I am presented with proof which sufficiently sways me, I would believe.
You have no choice, would you? I mean, really.
A diehard atheist would not.
Yes, but but the thing is, I am an anti-deist on the basis of the fact that until somebody can show me some evidence, then why would I believe it, right?
But
Because
it would be
otherwise
disingenuous.
it's delusional.
It's
Well, I'm
disingenuous.
neither agnostic or atheist. I just stopped talking to my imaginary friend when I was 3.
Yes, exactly. You know.
Yeah, Cabbage
Good way to put it.
because his imaginary
He
friend
was
left.
being a dick. He wasn't responding.
Who was being a dick?
The imaginary friend, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Try
you're
to talk
making
to
me
them, they
quote.
don't fucking respond. Like, you know, they're
Vash.
assholes.
Well, my imaginary friend is different from every other cunt's imaginary friend.
Well, no,
So-
Vash is making me quote a country song.
Well, actually,
some of the best prayers are the unanswered prayers.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna reference the one that goes, "I'm my own grandpa."
my imaginary friend looked like Rick Neal.
Hey, Drop Dead Fred.
Yeah. That was actually a brilliant film.
Oh man, now I want to watch Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh god,
Jesus.
that's such an 80s movie. I haven't thought about that in so long.
It really is. And the thing is, though, when you go back and you watch it, it's really quite disappointing.
Who was the main character of that movie? What the fuck was his name? McCarthy? He was something McCarthy, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, McCartney.
Like
It was a
Sean,
McCartney
maybe,
name,
or
yeah, Sean McCartney.
something like that.
Yeah, it really is disappointing though when you go back and watch it, because I remember that it was one of my favorites at the time.
Yeah, same.
And then you go
Same.
back and you watch it like 20 years or so, and it's like, oh my god, I used to laugh at this.
It's like my cousin's two sons.
Oh, hey, MC.
Ace Ventura was absolutely brilliant, wildly
Oh
funny.
shit, MC joined?
They're in the mid to late 30s now. And they watched it recently and they thought it was absolute shite.
I know, you see, exactly. It's the same thing. It really is. Oh, and by the way, Mad Dodge, I did download that, what was it, Cobra Kai thing that you had fucking going on about.
What'd you think?
Oh, it was good.
It kind of, I don't know, I just had a kind of creepy, cheesy feeling about it.
You'll never get my name right, MC.
Oh, you don't even know anything about Karate Kid. I give up on it.
Oh, bullshit. I watched that. No, hey, I watched fucking Karate Kid when it first came out.
No, the Cobra Kai Kid is an old alcoholic who has.
Yeah, I know. I
lost
understand
focus.
what they were
Like,
doing with the
it's a-
storyline.
Oh,
But I don't
it's
know.
great.
I think they
It's great.
failed. I don't know. It was just like they have to get some fat chicken, and it's like it's not about it's like some fucking.
Well, Cabbage,
no,
you're pretty
I
much
like
gonna have to
Body-
sort of accept the fact that you are simply wrong, because there are too many people out there that say that you're full of shit.
Have you
Well, that's fine. Yeah, but the thing is, there can be a billion people who think that you're wrong, and then you can actually prove something. And
Have
it
you
can be
heard
correct,
that
and
the
it really doesn't matter.
That's just your opinion.
Have you heard the remaking Lord of the Flies? Only it's an all-female cast.
No, I'm just saying that why do they have to bring this fucking body positivity horseshit into it? And it's like that. I mean, overall, it wasn't a bad thing. Oh yeah, they did. With the fat chick who ends up having to beat up the boys and stuff.
Yeah,
they did.
I didn't see them fucking making
So,
a run
I'm
around the
sorry.
block or some shit like that. They basically
Look.
said, "Oh no, I don't want to hit her because she's a woman." Then she fucking flattens the kid. How is that body positivity shit thing?
No, well, yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the fat chick can deck you, right? Well, if that was a guy who wasn't a fucking soy boy, he'd have got up and punched her in the head.
If it was a guy who wasn't a toy boy, she wouldn't have knocked him down in the first place.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry. There are just I don't know. It didn't
That was
work
the whole
for me.
point of that little interlude, though.
Oh,
The whole fucking you can't hit a Sheila. Fucking bullshit. You can't.
I remember when I was doing martial arts myself. The guy who was taking the classes, he had this other instructor turn up. There was a woman, and they had a contest, and she was supposed to be a higher dan than him, and he had her all over the place, literally. It got to the point where she actually lost her rag and tried to actually land blows to hurt, and he put her down, and she had a higher dan, but when it comes to strength and speed, the average man is stronger and faster than the average woman.
Yeah, but if you're a 90-pound weakling and you get sat on by a 200-pound Sheila, there's physics that just dictates that the 90-pound bloke is going to
but that's got fuck all to do with your karate skills, has it? You know what I mean? That's why I mean it doesn't really make any sense within the context of what that's meant to be, right? Because it's about discipline and things like that. Now, if you've got discipline, then you don't end up as a fat fuck.
Thing is, Coach, with that kind of thing is, I watch these films, and you get this woman throwing these blokes about, and I just turn the logic off and enjoy the film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. But like, you know, there are certain things which jar you. You know what I mean? They jar you out of it. You know, like you're getting into the story, and it's like jarring. It's like, well, that's just fucking nonsense. You know, like it kind of breaks the story.
You mean like Daisy Johnson's acting in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes, yeah, see, yeah, very good example.
I mean, you watch the Chinese girl, Ming Na Wen, when she's doing she's a good actress. She's also very good at the martial arts stuff. When you see that Chloe Bennett trying to do the martial art, you can tell the director's saying punch, 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 dodge, duck, punch, kick.
Exactly. It just breaks the whole, you know, kind of flow of the, you know, the experience, and so that's the. I'm not saying it was bad, and it was kind of like a nice way of going back to, you know, the old days.
Ming now when? That sounds like you just dropped in halfway through some cunt's conversation. Ming now, no when?
Right, she's the same age as me. She looks like she's 30, but then again, she's Asian, so
they all look the same, do they?
No, they don't age until they hit like 70 or something. Then it's bang, 100 years.
That's true. Yeah, but that's also like Italian women too, and Spanish. They look gorgeous until they're about 30. Yeah, they do, and then suddenly
they shit themselves.
Yeah,
and then they just turn into these, you know, like hooded things and stuff.
It's because of overexposure to sunshine.
Then they do the Transformers thing.
It's too much pasta. That's what it is.
It's overexposure to sun. I mean, Bridget Bardot, she used to like sunbathe all the time, and by the time she was 30, she looked like she was 60.
That's true. She did get kind of young. Is that like
people?
Isn't that the California raisin?
Yeah.
Sun-dried Reagans.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fellow Americans, Mr. President, we're in France.
Oh, you guys are terrible.
I have authorized all nuclear weapons to be launched against America, Russia immediately.
Hey, Ronald Reagan on Spitting Image was hilarious.
Am I the only sane person in this stream?
There was a scene, right, in Spitting Image where Ronald Reagan's in bed with Nancy. Well, Nancy, did the Earth move for you? Goes, no, Ronnie. Well, I better press the button again.
Oh, do you ever remember the Spitting Image thing with the president's brain is missing? That was fucking hilarious.
Or even later on when it was George Bush Sr. and his running mate, and I had Dan Quayle, Pillock of the Future.
Yes.
Because I sent him into space.
What is wrong with you people?
Back in the late 80s, I mean, that was one of the sick jokes in the world, wasn't it? Yeah, George Bush going, damn, I don't feel too good.
Yeah, because he chucked up in the fucking Japanese Prime Minister's lap or some shit in a dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember,
when he passed out on the Japanese.
Yeah, he spewed up in his lap.
Hmm.
Yeah, he threw up on the Japanese president and then passed out. I mean, that's a guy who knows how to party.
Wow. You know,
there's too much sake last night.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever drank sake? That shit will make you puke. It's gross.
Right. Do you know what George Bush Jr. used to do before he got into politics?
He was a cocaine addict, wasn't he?
Check out what I'm sharing.
Yeah, but he was also a he was a cheerleader. He was a fucking tutu wearer.
If you click on me, you'll see what George Bush Jr. used to do before he was in politics.
Well, he was an oil. He used to he drank a lot of very dry wells.
Is that Tarzan or George of the Jungle?
No, that's Tarzan.
And yeah, no, he's that's where he was hiding. He was dodging the draft.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Champagne Squadron. Yeah, Champagne Squadron.
Cabbage, click on me, and you'll see what we're on about.
I am not clicking any links that you're talking about.
No,
No
just
way.
click on my avatar, you moron.
Give me a fucking virus, you dick.
Click on my avatar, you
on
moron.
his picture.
I'm not clicking on your picture.
Oh, you fuckers.
No way.
Yeah,
is that how you order your Russian brides? You're like, no, I won't click on your picture. You click on mine, bitch.
Yeah. Cabbage, you're so much of a...
Mad, you have no idea how gay you just sounded.
I don't care.
Hey, okay, guys. Gotta love yous and leave yous. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
See you later.
Oh, sugar.
Oh,
yeah, that's Australians for you know. Yeah, what was your name, Bruce?
Yeah, but
What's your favourite colour?
Like,
what do you like to do?
It's only 4 o'clock for him.
What do you like to do for your pastimes, sport?
It's 4 p.m. for him as well, so it's not like, you know, he had to leave because he was going to bed or anything.
It's a lot more fun with the Aussie. Things explode a lot more.
Well, maybe a drop bear attacked. I mean, there might be something going on.
Yeah.
Could be. You gotta love
I mean, you know, their second language is screaming.
Well, you're not surprised. Everything in Australia is out to kill them.
Oh, God. Fuck you and the drop bears.
Maybe he's got a
funnel bear you came in on.
Maybe he's got a funnel web appointment.
Well, no, the damn drop bears are working with the Nazi penguins. It's a fucking conspiracy, you know, gonna out.
I know, mate. You see,
yeah. Shit.
Why is it that you never understand that you have a blind spot for the walruses?
Do you know what a walrus is? Do you know what a walrus actually is? It's a vampire manatee.
It's a big fat thing.
No, it's a vampire manatee.
Is it? I thought it was like a set. I thought it was one of the.
Well, have you not looked? Manatees look exactly like a walrus, apart from it doesn't have any fangs.
Sarah Ferguson looks like a walrus.
Yeah, but you still do her.
No, I wouldn't. No,
yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
You'd do anything with a pulse, you would.
No, I'm sorry. No, no, I'm sorry. Gingers, just
he would not touch gingers, but he'd totally tap Hillary Clinton.
Oh,
yeah, I can believe that.
Oh yeah, but
God!
Yeah, but only a glory hole. I mean,
no, wait a minute, you guys.
Gosh,
wait a minute. I already got it.
Why?
You know what Hillary Clinton spit up in that cup? Little cabbages.
You realize cabbage is from Lancashire, right? And in Lancashire, they actually breed their cows for good looks.
Well, you know, those eyelashes, mate. That's what counts.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. You guys are sick cocks.
No, we just got quick humor. It's called wit.
No, it's called sick delusions of grandeur.
Grandeur? What? Fucking a cow is grandeur? I thought that was actually kind of low down on the scale of things.
Sick delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, scientists thought they found the
Yeah, but that means we have aspirations.
You realize scientists
well, no, you should. If you had aspirations, you'd be fucking sheep. You have to prep for that. You need Velcro boots.
I need
cows. You have
to be aspirated. Actually, I'm losing my air supply.
Scientists thought that they found the Higgs boson particle. They were wrong. It was Cabbage's dick.
Batman, you are 10 times wrong.
Thanks a lot, guys. We made the only person to donate tonight, Barf. So good job.
Well, then we're doing our job. We're doing our job.
I am so sorry, Tiger Lily.
Cabbage. Do you know what the difference between a goat and a camel is to a Muslim?
One is fuckable.
You don't need a stepladder when you're fucking a goat.
So is that greatest of all time, or is that
you know who told me that one? Pakistani who runs a local kebab shop.
Camel jockey.
No, kind of. The Pakistani who runs a local kebab shop.
Yeah, well, you know, they have to try and integrate, don't they?
Interesting people.
You're right. Him and his family, they're the kind of Muslims in this country that have been here about 3 or 4 generations, and he hates the new wave of Muslim immigrants because, as he says, they bully the British Muslims.
Yeah, but the thing is, would he be willing to disclose people who were going to go and do acts? And unfortunately, that's one of the problems that we have, is that they claim that they are progressive and moderate.
Yes. From what he says, yes, he would.
Well, everybody's progressive and moderate, you know.
They say it, but it never seems to happen, does it?
Cabbage. One of his cousins came over like about 5 years ago from Pakistan. Still a hardline Muslim. He'd never met him before, but it's his cousin, so he's beholden to put him up. Within a week, he tossed him out on the street because he was telling his wife and daughters how to behave, telling his sons how to behave, telling them that they couldn't smoke, they couldn't drink, they couldn't play the lottery. And when he saw the bacon sandwiches, apparently he went mad. So this lad kicked his cousin out of the house, told him if he sees him in town again, he'll kill him.
Yeah, so great. So now we've got a militant wandering around, probably on, state support, right?
Well, no,
I mean, that guy's still here, right?
No, went back to Pakistan.
Yeah, did he? Do you know that?
Yep.
Well, see, it's amazing, isn't it, that these people who come over here, they can always afford an airfare.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how cheap is it? No, wait a minute. You told me the other day how cheap it is to fly from England to Spain. And
but that's like EasyJet and stuff. Yeah, but that's EasyJet. I mean, don't forget that these are local flights, mate.
But I can't get a Greyhound ticket to LA for that price, and you're flying.
But that's what I'm saying to you. It's cheaper.
Think about it.
It's cheaper.
Air India is cheap because it's all fucking flying carpets, isn't it?
Yeah, but yes, there you go. It's Aladdin.
They provide 10,000 miles by the gallon.
Abracadabra.
Seriously, I mean,
a plane ticket to India is not cheap, right? You're talking at least like 400 or 500 quid. Right? I mean, that's not a cheap.
It's cheap.
Whichever way. I'm just saying it's not a cheap ticket, right? But I mean, if you want to go to Europe, if you want to go to like Madrid or Paris or Spain, you can pick these things up like 35 quid each.
Or like chlamydia.
Oh.
No, I'm saying, but they're cheap tickets, right? I mean, this is what I was explaining to Maddox the other day. Is that it's actually cheaper for me to get a ticket to go to Madrid, going from Leeds Bradford Airport, than it is to get a train ticket from Leeds and go down to London. You know what I mean? So it could be Airbnb or you've got the. There's all kinds of there's plenty of different cheap flights. About 35 quid each.
Cabbage, what I was going to say is, in all seriousness, Air India. I mean, you've seen what the trains are like in India, haven't you?
Well, people hanging off the side of them.
That's exactly what it's like with Air India. Yeah, they come flying over. You got people hanging off the fucking sides.
Well, they are good because most of them won't survive.
They will survive.
As long as I know how to love, I know I'll be alive.
That's another thing that gets me about. Apparently, you talk. Apparently, a few years ago,
Glory again.
Apparently, there was a survey done a while ago, a few years ago, I think, and it was amongst members of the Commonwealth, and former British territories that were part of the Empire, and most of the people interviewed would like the British Empire back.
Oh, they would. I mean, One of the weirdest things is, we have 52 different countries in the Commonwealth, right?
Yep.
So, and it actually adds up to about 3.5 billion people. I mean, it's the only, like, conglomeration that's even remotely close to like China and India. And there was a particular.
By the way, Americans, we're bragging here, right?
No, it's not bragging.
Yeah.
No, it's not bragging. I mean, no.
I know it's not.
No, but it isn't. No, the thing is, it isn't bragging. It's just there are. The thing is, the weird thing is that we've actually been denied ability to deal with these people because of the European Union. I mean, that's one of the issues.
Well, if you step on Americans, don't you tread on me, you Brit.
Yeah, but Americans are up anyway, whether you like it or
tread
not.
on me.
Look, you're as British as the Canadians, and
But Cabbage, what was
there was a particular country, and it was relatively recently. And there was
I was one of the Haitians that you hired to kill them.
There were these islands, right? No, I'm trying to explain something. There were these islands that were having kind of disputes, which were not part of the British Commonwealth. And they asked the Queen to represent them as the kind of arbitrator.
Yeah, like a mediator.
So yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so they actually invited us in order to, be the, mediation. So they've actually been now included into the Commonwealth. So it's not like we go out and, it isn't about conquering and, it's not conquest or anything like that. It's about whether people or not, they like your principles and they like what you believe in and things like that. Standards and practices.
When it comes to India, before the British Empire went into India, it wasn't a country. It was loads of little
tribal
and barons. Yeah, the Indian analogy of barons. I mean, they were constantly at war with each other.
Yeah, exactly. The Sikhs and the Hindus and stuff, they were always fighting amongst each other.
Modern India is almost entirely a British construct.
Yeah, of course it was. Well, I mean, Pakistan was,
it was to solve
clearly a British. Well, it didn't solve anything, did it?
I think MC's got an issue with what you're saying.
Pardon?
MC's got issues with what you're saying.
With what? Who's saying?
About what?
Oh no, the United States is not part of the Crown. Christ, no.
No, of course it's not.
But I do think that there are far more similarities between the United States and the United Kingdom than there are differences.
No,
I mean, it's the thing. I'm not saying that we are the same, but I'm saying that we are.
Ben Franklin actually said that we must rebel not because we hate the British, but our very British nature demands we rebel against tyranny.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was a very British thing that they did, right? Yeah. When they were rebelling, it's exactly what we did.
They wrote him a letter to the King
John. Exactly. I mean, but we did the same thing with King John. Yeah, we took the fucker's head off. You know what I mean? We rebelled against our own, autocracies too.
I mean,
so it's not like it was anything new. What America did was exactly what the British people were doing at the very same time in England.
When you look at the history of England, like anywhere in the British Isles, really, it's a history of rebellion.
It is, exactly. Constantly fighting tyranny anyway, trying to. I mean, now we're doing it with Europe.
What kind of tyranny were you fighting?
Wait a minute. Invisible force of tyranny.
Wait a minute. I walked away real quick.
At every turn.
Wait, I walked away real quick to deal with the kids. I come back, MC's here. So MC, earlier in the chat, you were referred to as God and I was Jesus. Is there something I need to know, Dad?
Dad?
But one
let me put it
about illusions of grandeur.
You were not a divine birth, and I'm not your father.
One thing I've got.
I am not your father, Luke.
Yeah,
about the United States.
Yeah, you ain't getting no child support.
One thing I've got to say about the United States is
Where's Monty Williams when you need him? Give me that freaking DNA test. We'll take care of this right now.
The founding fathers,
right now.
The founding fathers of the United States put into law what was essentially British culture, which is what we should have done as well.
Okay,
I mean, your constitution, the value freedom of speech,
tyranny,
freedom of expression.
What tyranny were you guys?
Usually our own leaders.
Well, no, it was.
What tyranny were you protesting? Right when you raked Benjamin Franklin over the coals.
No, that was the monarch.
That was not the monarchy. That was Parliament. Don't even try.
Oh no, that's true. Well,
right.
Actually, they just
fuck off, cabins.
MC
right on this one.
I'm agreeing with him. For fuck's sake. Stop fucking telling me that I'm not. I'm agreeing with him.
Yep.
You
dick. Fair enough.
And the thing was, they wouldn't give him the time.
Hours.
Yes. And those are the snobs, and those are exactly the same people that were causing the problems, which was creating the revolution that then came afterwards within within England and around Britain. I mean, at that time, we ended up cutting a fucking king's head off, and you got to have the Tolpuddle martyrs, and you got to have the. I mean, if you look at what was actually happening at that time, it was all about the autocracies or aristocracies.
I do love it when MC gets in the streams.
The American Revolution actually broke the stranglehold of aristocracy over the Western world.
It did.
But
it broke the back of it. Well, kind of. I mean, I kind of refined it to a degree, but I think it really got broken in the Victorian age.
The Queen is nothing but a woman in an really funny hat.
Really big hat.
Oh no, she's
it's just a funny hat.
No, she owns an awful lot of shit.
Heavy hat.
Yeah, but the thing is, if she ever resigned, she'd still take a massive portion of the globe with her.
Yep, because she's got that doomsday device hidden in Buckingham Palace.
No, just.
You're right about that. Prince Charles is a doomsday device.
No. Prince Charles is all right. It's Prince Philip you got to watch out for. The mad Greek, as we call him.
Isn't there like a country that worships one of the royal?
Prince Philip. That's somewhere.
No. It's Queen Victoria.
No. It was a man. It was a man.
It's Prince Philip, Cabbage, and they worship Prince Philip as a god.
Well, there's also the Gurkhas do the same thing for Queen Victoria.
No, they respect the crown.
Not anymore.
No, Queen Victoria has temples.
Now they're red with hammers and sickles.
No, they're not.
Really?
The Gurkhas from Nepal that are part of the British Army.
The Gurkhas weren't the Gurkhas from Hong Kong, I thought?
No, they're from Nepal.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood then. I thought the Gurkhas came from
no.
Hong Kong.
Oh, and they see again.
MC, I would love to hear you say that to a Gurkha, like a serving Gurkha.
I wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't see his cook. You wouldn't see his cooker coming.
The thing is, during the war in the Pacific, the only thing the Japanese were absolutely terrified of was the Gurkhas.
Oh yeah, they'd lay in the in rivers, like riverbeds, while people were walking by, and they knew whether it was friend or foe by the way the stitching, the way that you laced your boots, because the British did them horizontally and the enemy did them diagonally.
Yeah, I think the Americans do it horizontally as well.
Yeah, well, of course, because they learned from the best.
Ooh, poking the bear. Poking the bear.
What? I'm just saying that they're part of the best.
Have you ever seen
that wrong?
U.S. soldiers? We do our stuff diagonally. We tie all our laces diagonally.
But there you go. You just have to be
But
contrarian.
it's in
My laces are vertical, thank you
you're
very
fucked
much.
if you ever meet a Gurkha.
My laces are vertical, thank you.
Little mine.
Vertical? How do you manage that?
I
What
think
kind
you
of
mean
fucking... I've got vertical laces. Where the fucking hell
No, I mean they go up.
Do they?
Well, they always go up because it's called perspective.
I had to make the 4-year-old come in, and I come back to vertical laces. What the fuck?
Exactly. This woman actually vertical laces.
Hey, Mad, go away for 5 minutes. When you come back, it'll be bestiality.
No, then I'm not leaving.
Why is it that every time
Now you got to investigate, leave it anywhere.
In fact,
no,
bestiality conversation.
In fact,
Kinky Kelly is not allowed here.
No, what do you mean? Whoa.
Mad, it's going to be...
Why are you asking that question when you pretend to be an animal anyway? Look, you got the fucking furry outfit on your avatar.
I do not have a furry avatar.
She wants to be sugar tits.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
It is.
It is. You don't know it, but it
not
is.
Sugar tits. It is not pretending to be sugar tits. Quit saying that.
You have the pig face, whatever thing it is meant to be. That's your avatar at the moment.
She wants to be a cute little teddy bear.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. Yeah, try and be a human.
You are. Enough with the Daleks.
You don't mean that.
You're right.
She loves the Daleks. It's going to be like that.
Batman.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, Batman.
Remember
real quick.
The
Cabbage, real quick. Hey, Batman. Batman versus Superman is on FX right now. Should I watch that or shoot myself in the head?
Shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Why is it important that it's being done now?
It's amazing.
You can just download the fucking thing.
It amazes me just how quickly that Mad Dodge can try and demonetize his own stream.
Mine, there is certain parts of that film worth watching. The scene where Batman rescues Superman's mother. That's well worth.
You mean the credits at the end?
No, the bit where he rescues Martha. That's worth watching. But the rest of the film, don't bother.
It was dull. I mean, it was kind of pointless because you got things that.
Well, I mean, they basically make Superman God.
Exactly. So you can't kill it. So what are you going to do with it?
Yeah, they did kill him, actually. He did get killed.
You can just glare at him and call him a douchebag. Oh yeah, but he comes back in the next movie.
Oh, there was a series. These cartoons that get put out. And there's one where Batman's fucking comes up to Superman, pulls this fucking glowing rock out of his cape, and Superman's like and runs away. And Batman's chuckling. And behind him, you can see this fucking this crystal forming kit with green.
But you see, that's the thing I don't get is right. I mean, all of the kind of superheroes that any of us know about, right? They've all come from what 1940s, 50s.
30s, 1930s,
30s and onwards, right? I mean, they're all the same people. I mean, you would have thought there would have been a natural selection.
How are they all the same people?
Process. Well, I mean, like the main ones, the ones that are being monetized these days, like the Superman and things like that. Right? I mean, normally.
Cabbage, it's popularity. What sells stays.
Yeah, but there's no evolution.
Yes, there is.
There's no evolution to it.
Superman has gone through a hell of a lot of evolution. Just Superman alone. Batman has.
Has it?
When Batman started out, he used guns and he had no compunction about killing anybody. Every character you care to mention has evolved and changed over the years. Right. It's natural because you get different writers on them. Different writers want to put their own spin on things. Things change, they evolve.
Like I said, if it was going to evolve, then they would have been replaced, right?
Hold on, Cabbage. Hold on, Cabbage. What was that, Shirati?
I can't remember his last name. Franklin Reeds or Richards or whatever the hell his last name. Sues.
Mr. Fantastic.
No, I'm talking about his damn son.
Oh,
the one who's more power. Yeah.
Yeah. He's pretty.
The son that's supposed to be a cosmic cube.
No, he's not supposed to be a cosmic cube. He's a mutant.
Am I allowed to speak now?
No.
Okay. All right. Fucking dicks.
When
right?
the only woman in the fucking chat starts talking, everybody shuts up.
Yeah, well, he gives a shit, right? You know,
Well, she's
check
already
your
said it
fucking
all night,
female
so.
privilege.
Well, I'm eating ice.
Check your female privilege.
Oh,
What I'm saying about where is the evolution of the actual? I mean, this is the whole point. They would be replaced. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, it would have been interesting.
Superman
if, like Superman and Son of
for the
Superman.
longest time they
You know,
were
like-
replaced by Marvel, and what are you talking about?
No, I'm saying about like if you had Superman and he had a kid, you know, and there was like a development and there was like a child or something. But
Cabbage.
It is.
For the longest time,
don't get
Superman
that.
couldn't fly. He only had his.
I know, yeah, he
blinking.
just ran everywhere. Yeah, I mean, the first Superman, he was just running everywhere.
And he was a bit of a cunt as well.
Well, he was just you know, frustrated teenager.
No, I'm talking about the 1930s Superman.
Oh, you're
exactly.
talking
He was a
about the
frustrated
Superman who could
teenager.
spit mini Supermans out of his fucking hand.
No, I'm on about the one from like the 30s and 40s who the only powers he had was his super strength, and he could.
30s? No, it didn't go back to the 30s. It doesn't go
He
back
started
to
in
the
1938.
Wow.
But
Really?
all he could
That's
do,
like the-
he could leap 3/4 of a mile. He could run really fast. He had super strength, and nothing greater than a
And there was a cartoon of it.
skin. He only got flight when Max Fleischer did the cartoons, which I recommend you watch if you can get the chance because they're really well done. But
1938.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, well,
My
I mean,
pills
that
are
was
kicking in, boys, so I'm bowing out.
okay, take care.
Good luck to you.
Mhm.
But that's kind of like the time when H.G.
See you,
Wells.
bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
H.G. Wells was writing, wrote all of his stuff before World War #1.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, yeah, I mean he'd already done things like what the fuck was it? Things to Come, and you know he'd done Time Machine as well before that. But you know,
Which was a
1930s
boring
was the
book,
time
by
when,
the way. If
oh,
you've
it
ever
was,
read
it
it,
was fucking turkey.
it's not got a story. It's a travelogue,
Yeah, it is.
and I think we're killing the stream.
No, you're not killing nothing. Actually, I'm just wondering. It is, wow, the Knights Templar, and they did. The King of France declared them heretics.
Well, no,
and
but
arrested them
don't forget, but
you're not
don't
gonna,
forget the
you're
King
not
of
gonna let me set. Go ahead, Kevin. Go for it.
No, I'm saying the King of France was also the Pope at the time, which is the one thing you weren't.
No, he
gonna
was
say.
not. No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
No, he was
wasn't.
not. No. No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
Which King of France was it?
Okay, so the King of France at the time was not the Pope, and this is why I know
was.
that. Because the Pope had given them absolution until the King of France threatened separation from the Catholic Church. He then revoked that and said, yes, they're heretics. So don't tell me that the King of France...
The Emperor of France was also the Pope at the time.
The Emperor? It wasn't an Emperor at the time. This wasn't Charlemagne. This was the King of France.
Right.
I believe it was Philip, if you want to ask me exactly who. I believe it was Philip.
Philip. And he was the Pope.
No, he wasn't. I'm looking at it now.
He was not. Yeah.
You're on about Pope Clement V. He was born Raymond Bertrand de God. He was not the King of France.
No, exactly, and I know that's true because the simple fact of how it all played out. So France issued this saying they're heretics, mainly because the King of France at the time, Clement, wanted to take their riches.
Yeah.
Well,
wanted
I
their
would
money.
like to be the
He was
king
in debt.
The King of France at the time was King Philip IV.
No, because it was the King of France who was the one who issued out the,
Yeah,
the warrants.
He was, and he had to get the backing from the Pope, which he didn't get at first until he threatened him. I just listened.
No, because the Pope was the one who wanted the fucking, the Knights Templar disbanded.
No, you're wrong.
Because they were too challenged.
No,
Really?
he
What?
wanted to unify the Knights Templar with the with the Hospitallers, and he wanted to unify them to do another crusade. But the King of France.
Yes, but that's the thing.
Cabbage is wrong on this one. Cabbage, I'll argue with you all night. You're wrong.
Hey, no, that's fine. I don't mind being proved wrong, mate. I'm happy to learn. I mean, it's
That's one. That is one thing I have to admit, like about you, Cabbage. You don't mind being proven wrong.
Man, I mean, it's good. You know,
You have yet to hear him and I argue.
How else do you learn?
About zones for crying out loud.
That's EMC. If you remember, I have heard you and him argue.
Damn, yeah, he was so quiet during that little spat with me and Cabbage. I forgot he was here. Hi, MC. How's it going?
I'm not
but the thing is, it was still the King of France who issued the commandment that went.
That's right, and tortured them
the
for
long
7
knives,
years,
right?
And the Knight of the Long Knives.
Yeah.
The Knight
So
of the
it
Long
was
Knives,
him who issued it. So you're saying that he issued it on behalf of the Pope?
No, the Pope did not have the backing yet. He had to go to the Pope, and the Pope denied him. And then he threatened the Pope with, a prequel to the Protestant Reformation.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pope gave in. So what happened?
It was a Jesuit thing. Right.
Maybe.
Jesuit.
Yeah, I can't necessarily argue with that. But really what happened was there was no reason for the Knights Templar anymore, right? They were kicked out of the Holy Land. Now that they're back, they have lots of money. They've all sworn to poverty, and they're just looking for somebody to fight because that's their thing. They have papal demand to fight the infidel, but they can't go fight. And they're all just sitting around being bankers.
We want to fight, but we can't fight.
There was nobody to kill.
No, come on. No. I think you're demeaning the elements of that because they were accused of all kinds of things like doing satanic.
I didn't get to that yet. What I was talking about was the reason that they were actually able to be taken under was the fact that they no longer controlled the Holy Land. There was no longer a point for the Knights Templar. And that's why the Pope wanted to merge them with
the Knights Templar
and create
the ones
the new crusade.
Yeah,
but the Grand Master of the Knights Templar denied them. And then after that, the King of France, who was in debt, by the way, saw all the riches over there and decided to arrest them.
King of France. It all goes back to the France. France. You see, the French, you can't fucking trust them. They're always a pain in the ass.
Hey, there's a thing historically in Europe. Even
but no one expects the Spanish.
Especially the English.
Even taking into account England and the various kingdoms in England, the French throne has always been in debt. They can't handle the money.
Yeah, which is weird, because Adam Smith, the creator of what we would classify as modern monetary systems. I mean, he actually went to France and he created it all.
Yeah, an Englishman went to France and created it.
No,
all.
It's Scottish. He wasn't English. No, he's Scottish.
That's what the Scots want you to think.
No, I think he was from Edinburgh. So you know what I mean. No, Aberdeen. Sorry, right, Aberdeen.
Yeah. Oh,
anyway,
yes.
He was definitely not English.
Aberdeen, that ancient English colony.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry.
Adam Smith. Anyway, he was the one who went over and started trying to convince them to, use it was a credit-based system. that he was introducing. Yeah,
Right.
he was got like the Bitcoin of his day.
On that note, I'm going to do what Vash is going to do.
Oh, you're gonna bow out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, because I usually do my stream, and I gotta set that up. But
well, no, I was thinking we can wrap it up anyway. Any last thoughts, guys, before we wrap it up? It is Friday the 13th. It's been fun.
My last thought: Theresa May should be evicted from the United Kingdom by the use of a trebuchet.
Yes, that would be superb. Yeah, do it with a French fucking product.
I say we should build castles, and if anybody attacks the castle, then we should put women and children first into the catapults. That way they can get away.
I have another thought. What we should do is, in the United Kingdom, we should turn the Channel Tunnel into a giant super soaker and just blast the French with it.
Well, I'm so mad that Cabbage blew up a bridge and didn't ship it to me. So fuck you, Cabbage. That's my final thought.
Did you at least sing the song?
London Bridge is falling down.
Oh no, it was a tiny little thing. It was like about 8 feet wide, and it was totally unstable. And I don't understand why he's got some fucking, it's like some kind of weird
song though?
I like that other.
Well, no, because it wasn't London Bridge. Why would I sing a song?
Is it a bridge around London?
You're weird.
Wait,
I was like 12, 14 years old, and I blew something up.
Vash, I believe that particular bridge is now in Arizona.
I was a bored child in the middle of the countryside, and I had fuck all else to do. So,
and they gave you explosives? Well, those are bad parents.
No, my parents are actually very good, which is why they allowed me to go off and venture out and
blow up a bridge.
Exactly. Yeah, they trusted me enough to
wait a minute.
No,
my son is in trouble.
Around the countryside.
My son isn't in trouble because we found cigarettes.
Garbage. I really
blew up a bridge.
Garbage, Garbage, I really hope
know.
your parents made you pay for that out of your pocket money.
No, it wasn't. No, actual fact, the farmer thanked us because a couple of cows had fallen into the river because the thing was crumbling.
The farmers fucking thanked you. Thank you for blowing up my bridge. God.
Hey, listen. Hey, no, don't fucking joke about it, mate. No, because we used to get.
See his reasoning on this. Saved farmer money in demolition.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what song about London I like?
But the thing was, no, the farmer used to give us money. There was a tip that he had at the back of his land, and we used to shoot the rats, and there was a government grant.
This farmer,
and you could get 20 pence. There's 20 pence. Seriously, you cut a tail off a rat, and you took it to the farmer. You got 20 pence per tail. So there you go.
Is that why you guys started having the rat tail hairstyle?
No, we just thought, no, you shoot them. I mean, that was like making your pocket money.
You know what song about London I actually like? London's burning, fetch marshmallows, fetch marshmallows.
No, I think it's really funny. Cabbage used to shoot rats with a BB gun to earn money, and now you have to blunt your butter knives. So on that note, damn UK, what the fuck are you doing? Theresa May, Donald Trump's
they've banned us from having butter knives, they've banned us from having potato peelers. They better watch out for our secret weapon, the butter peeler.
The butter peeler. You know what, Batman? I like you.
There's a stupidity. They banned handguns, right? And now they're trying to ban knives. But we're still allowed to have shotguns and hunting rifles.
I've got 2 shotguns.
Yeah.
I've got a license for 2 shotguns. I mean, they're not in my house. They're actually my father's because he's got the fucking appropriate, security for them. They got to be in,
Well, on that note, before you get raided, we might want to sign out of here because obviously your father.
For anything.
Yeah, you're grossly offensive, Cabbage.
No, I'm always basically offended.
Yeah.
He's got fuck all
Cabbage, I'm gonna phone the Special Crimes Unit up and saying that you're tell them that you're saying nasty things about Muslims and women.
Fine, and the thing is, I wouldn't deny it.
Yeah, but you know what that means. You'll just be another casualty on the news.
Well, you know.
Tony Robinson's new soap.
Hey, the world needs statistics, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, tell Tommy hi when you get in there. Tell him Mad Dodge Productions hopes he makes it through there.
We're doing everything we
no,
can
well,
to get
no,
rid of
the thing
Tommy.
is-
Keep Cabbage
Oh.
as long as you want.
Hey, now in 5 hours, I'm heading down to London. I'm going down to the protests. And
I take the piss out of Cabbage, but I do like him. And it's been good talking to you again, Cabbage.
oh yeah,
Honestly.
No. Well, no. Why would it not be?
I think of a lot of reasons, but they don't apply to me.
Take the people as you find them, right?
See, I've been nice to you.
Oh,
Well,
Batman
I mean,
loves
nice
the
to
cabbage.
me doesn't matter.
How it is.
Cabbage is a good lad.
Yeah, well, at least I'm honest.
Mind his farts stink.
That's why everyone says that. I'm sort of like curmudgeon or whatever. It's just because I'm actually honest about what I say. Everyone else tries to flower and, fluff shit. And I actually just say
Batman.
shit that I mean.
Yes.
Who is the better supervillain? The Cabbage Patch Bastard or the Joker?
Cabbage isn't actually a villain, so I'll have to say the Joker.
You hear that, Cabbage? You're not a villain. I don't know, man.
Well, look at those little eyes. Look at that. Look at that, buddy. That little puddum. You can't hate that.
Actually, yes, you could. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah,
you're
absolutely. No, we're gonna sign out and take this conversation off air. I appreciate everybody joining in. Thank you very much for the donation. Tiger Lily, I really appreciate it. Everybody have a good night and good fucking luck. This has been the Red Eye. We're out of here.